Okay, I'm voice live now. So I need to mute this thing, and then now you guys are voice live. Say stuff.
We're voice
Uh,
live.
Oh God, it's awful.
Oh,
oh, yeah, I've got to go mute the thing.
that's hurtful.
Forgot to mute the thing.
You don't have feelings.
Oh,
Forgot to
Feelings
make
are
the
a
what
myth.
thing? Oh, the stream you
The
had it
stream,
open.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was
Yeah.
like, say
At
what?
least I muted it before I heard my own voice, which is the ultimate like makes me want to fight myself.
How
You're
dare
not
you
me!
sound like me, but not exactly like me. Just enough different that I think it's weird.
Yeah, because it is the recording of me, which sounds different than what you hear.
And
I'm
is
debating
the
whether or
dog
not
barking at its own reflection.
I guess the worst they can do is like kick me out. I'm trying to think of posting, "Hey, we're streaming" in this VTuber thing that I follow. Because why not? Yeah, if we get 6 out of it.
Why
might as well.
not, indeed, sir?
I mean, do they encourage self promo and that kind of thing? Because if not,
They
then
have a
maybe
promo
don't.
board, so
Is that what
Yeah,
people do there?
Yeah.
Then do
it
it.
looks like it's a handful.
Then why would they kick you out for doing what
I
the
don't know.
board's for?
I don't know if you should ask before you do it. Or
Are you a
something.
hand model? What? You said a hand something?
I'm not smart enough to be a hand model, dude.
Yeah, they're the real braids.
Yeah,
Oh,
throw it in there. If they didn't have like a thing for it or something, I'd be like, well, maybe don't do that.
yeah.
Why is my mic just in the red for no fucking reason?
Loud noises.
I'm not talking any louder than I normally do. It's actually further away from me than
I didn't say
usually
you
have
were. You just said red. I said loud noises.
What's it
You
called?
sound perfectly normal to me, but
Yeah.
Zoom is really good at doing that.
Right,
Yeah, that is
I'll
true.
always sound normal to you guys. Yeah. And I can't figure out how to just... If there was a way for me to just take the audio that comes through from Zoom and put that in and have that be what the stream hears, that would be awesome, but I can't
Wouldn't it?
figure out how to make that happen, so...
I mean, from what I've heard on the stream, you sound fine too.
For now, but it's not consistent. There's times where it'll just, for seemingly no reason, my voice volume will just spike for like a while, and then it'll go back to normal, and then it'll spike again, and I don't know why. But whatever, it's fine.
Science.
Or acoustics or some shit, who knows.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, but here we are. Man, all of our regulars are late.
Yeah, time to go judge people on Discord.
Nah, it's fine. We don't need an audience to start.
Oh, speaking of that, I'll be obnoxious and just drop our Discord link.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Discord.
it's good to have in there.
We'll move around these windows.
So you two can get harassed by Panda on our Discord.
You know what I really should do? I should open up Roll20. That's what I should do.
That would be helpful for
Should
you.
you?
Make some
Roll
amount of
dice.
sense,
Yeah.
Do you?
I had like my
Does it?
notes open.
yes, it does.
So many other things open except for that.
The one item you truly need to interact with the game.
I mean, it definitely helps. I'll say that much.
Sorry, I'm laughing at the fact that this is probably the quietest we've been on stream. Besides breaks.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
I'm in pain.
I don't know, my energy just crashed like 10 minutes before, and I really have no idea what happened.
I was sleepy too. Because I took a nap. Well, except it wasn't a nap. It was me sitting in a room with my eyes closed for 10 minutes.
You know what could wake you up is a ice cold, refreshing can of Shasta Cola. Shasta Cola, a Natural One's beverage of choice. Please sponsor us, Shasta Cola. Or if cold beverages aren't your thing, you could always go with a piping hot cup of Jot coffee.
I'll stick
Please
with
sponsor us, Jot coffee.
the energy drink that I have over here.
Or
I
if you
think that'll
hate
do me
liquids,
good. And also
you
this
just
tea
hate
that
'em.
I have down here.
You could always just eat a fistful of pre-game workout, bucked up energy.
A fistful.
Oh my
just go
Christ.
dry.
Shove it
Just
in your
raw.
mouth.
I got a link code
Oh.
for you too. You can
You'll
use
see
it.
colors
20% off.
for about 30 minutes, and then
And then you might
they'll
die.
drop off real quick.
This sounds awful.
Please sponsor us as well. Bucked Up
Dude,
Energy,
I am
not just
not
Dave's,
about
feel-
dry scooping anything.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
That's a bridge too far, shall we say? Dog, what in the actual
did he-
fucking
Although their
doing?
energy drink is actually really good.
What's the energy drink?
Fucked up. The energy drink, which is actually really good. They have a mango flavor that is good. Or they have a sour gummy flavor that's pretty good. Not as good as I want it to be because it doesn't taste enough like Sour Patch Kids. But nothing tastes enough like Sour Patch Kids.
It has dynamine in
There.
it, and
Fine, you don't have to
300
be under the blanket.
milligrams, not grains, not milligrams, in a bullet.
Did
Grams.
you, did you forget how to English today?
Alright, fine.
Panda?
Harley, come here. Come here.
Which such flavors as yellow.
Do you even have
purple.
it? You don't even have it streaming.
I'm about
We
to.
can't. Okay, I was gonna
Oh,
say.
we're
Look at that
opening to
dog.
gold.
We're going
Look at
for
that dog.
We're going face live.
In his tough little face.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
That
been
dog.
injured.
Yeah,
look
he's
at
been,
Pupper.
He's been wounded because he was doing zoomies in the backyard and
Look
managed
at
to
you.
slam into the
Zoomies.
deck.
Dog tax has been paid. It's been a
Yeah.
long time.
Nice. Oh, look at the
Yeah.
boy.
Butthead. You're over there squirming, doing all that squirming. Yeah. Oh god, your breath is absolutely
Yeah.
kicking.
Atrocious.
Good lord.
Is that like atrophied necrosis?
Yeah.
Atrocis?
Atrocious. The
You've been
necrosis.
sleeping all day, so.
One of these
sleeping.
flavors
and now
called
you're restless
Ooh.
suddenly.
Is one of what flavors called who?
Ooh.
I'm gonna let
Oh,
you know.
Miami. Okay.
No. You keep that. You're share
Oh,
that
is he
with
going to
the
give you
people.
kisses?
No, you're just yawning, so his mouth
Oh.
is all open, letting out all that sleepy breath air.
Yeah, I was gonna say of just dog stank.
I feel like
Say
they
hi to the
they
people,
went
buddy. Yeah.
for a lot of
Let
these
me know.
colors, flavors. The tasting
yes.
colors.
Yes.
There's
the
nothing on my
colors
desk
of
for
the
you.
taste.
There's
They
nothing on my desk for you, but
were
stop.
clever with some of the
Stop.
names, like Jim in Juice,
Yeah.
the citrus flavor,
Harley,
and then
hey,
Blood Raz,
Stop.
which would be red raspberry. But then you got like Mango Tango, Pink Lemonade, which are
Hey, look, mango and tango rhyme.
Yeah,
That's all I
cool.
got.
Grape Gains.
God, my chair is
Hey.
nosy.
The color grape and the color blue have flavors, so
Killa
What?
OJ.
All Gatorade is just whatever color it is.
They have a red, white, and blue, and it's called Rocket Pop, and it tastes like America.
What are you
Tastes
talking
like
about?
America.
What happened?
Bucked up energy
Energy.
drinks. That's what he was talking about.
Look, I'm
Wait,
pitching more.
They're not
so
sponsoring us. Fuck them.
but they could.
they're
But
not
they
going
could.
to.
Look, this is my demo reel of how well I can
Oh my god.
say things
Anyway,
about them.
They're
Okay.
sponsoring. They're specifically sponsoring the paintball team that Dave is a part of, which is definitely a separate entity. Okay.
Yeah.
The energy drink is good though. I tried. Which one was it? The peach mango.
Yeah, the mango tango one. Yeah,
that
that's
pretty
good.
It was pretty good.
I said that. So,
It indeed.
I wasn't listening at all.
He
I
was
didn't
playing with
hear
the dog.
anything
never
Yeah.
listen.
until I put the dog down and I came over here and you're like, Rocket Pop. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? How did we get on popsicles?
What if everything you ever wanted
Came in a rocket can.
rocket can?
Definitely don't want to be sponsored by Power Thirst. I feel like there's side effects to that.
The side effects is just being sponsored, not even drinking it, just being in the
Yeah.
same room as Power Thirst.
You're
has
in the
side
same
effects.
room with Rocket Thirst.
Yeah.
Rocket
Just
Thirst,
being
Power
noticed by Power Thirst.
the energy drink has gained sentience. It's noticed me. Oh no.
don't notice me, senpai.
Huh. Anyway, yeah, I guess we can do the recap.
Yay! All right.
Get into this.
That is my job tonight. So, last time in Into the Storm, we basically started back in the... I mean, not back in the mansion. We started out in the mansion, the lovely building that seems to somehow be like a Tartarus in that you don't think it's that big. I mean, you know it's big, but it can't be possibly that big. Oh no, it's big, and it keeps getting bigger somehow. We met 3 of our possible people that we might be fighting against on the, I guess, preliminaries, which is a Clover, Lilium, and a Willow, which Sam noticed, oh hey, all flower or plant names. Pretty cool. We also met... I hate having one screen. Miles and Nomala. Oh wait, no. Nomala's later, no. Oh wait, it is reversed. Okay, yeah. We met Nomala. Miles and Nomala. Panda shared one of his very last ounces of because he had 2, now he has 1 little share left of the storm to Miles, who we later learned, hey, don't let him drink. And it's like, oh, whoops.
We are assuming he's an alcoholic, by the way. That has not been confirmed or denied.
That is true. It's just very, very implied due to everyone being like, not happy that he took a drink. Of his family, anyway. Let's see. We basically had a small discussion with both of those, and with, I believe it was Clover that was talking mostly to us, right? The obvious bard?
Yep.
Yeah. And we were the... Hello, Rohala. I don't know why you just popped up on my thing.
I don't either. I think it's because I've just been clicking around on stuff and it will put me weird.
Ah, okay. That's fair. Okay.
On stream? No, good. Okay.
Let's see, and after the discussion and meeting also Clint, who gave us we'll do a whole bigger discussion at lunch tomorrow. You're free to stay here, etc. And I'll send my daughter to see you sometime. I mean, to see you politely and all that jazz. And then we basically split up from there. Lamia went to explore further into the mansion, meeting a Rugeki, who basically said she's a scribe, assistant, and apprentice to Clint. And she showed her the sitting room and one other place I can't remember, but didn't really matter. Didn't get really to see a lot of the mansion before it was done for the night. Eli went to Verbrong to basically set up, Verbrong wants to sleep in the
barn?
Thank you. I could not think of the word.
Okay.
Because I was about to say
outhouse.
Red? It's not an outhouse. It's not a greenhouse. It's a barn.
I didn't ask this question at the time. Patrick, is it red?
Is the barn red?
Yeah.
No.
Then it's not a barn. Anyways. I wish, no, it definitely still is a barn. I just wish Average Bear was in our chat so he could appreciate me making a movie quote for him, just for him, that he's not here for.
Let's see. And to sleep in the barn, which Verbrong gets that permission. Eli gets that permission for Verbrong. And Eli also gets to meet with one of the people that basically escaped the torture house that he grew up in. If you don't know, watch his background video. Which I didn't write her name down because Lamia wasn't part of that conversation.
It's okay. I did. But also I already knew. But it's Volga.
There you go. And Sam went to make sure that the horses and the shorsh were 100% taken care of and happy, and he learned, hey, everyone's kind of happy with their job here. If there was a place that you wanted to be hired by to do these, I won't say menial tasks because a lot of them are actually hard work, this is the place to be hired. And then for the night, we basically settle down into the mansion with everyone not ganging up, but basically being like, okay, so we need to talk about this whole trying to sleep outside thing. Don't do it. It's bad for you. And Lamia's like, I sleepwalk. It's not bad for me. And Rahala's like, well, no, it kind of is. I'm terrified of you. And it's like, this sucks. But overall, come out with trying to do research on the Luxifix is what Rahala's going to do today to kind of figure out, well, is there any way we can fix this? Is there anything that can be done? Or is this really what Lamia just has to do? And will she get sick from it or not? Sam slept with Lamia and Eli slept with Rahala. Not like that. They slept in the same room.
Yeah, clarify that, please.
Slept in the same room. Yes.
There you go.
To clarify, I watched her sleep. Thank you.
That's
That
worse.
also needs a clarification, but okay.
Yeah.
Which during
Boy.
sorry.
Go on.
She took some herbs for her sleep for that night because, again, she knew she was not going to have a good amount of sleep that night without the herbs' help. Sam got to see Lamia's eyes glow red in the dark and swears up and down, though he didn't tell Lamia or anybody else about it yet, that he saw fangs, like sharp, evil fangs that could tear out an enemy. Throat. Eli had a nice night, and so did Rahala, I imagine. They were fine. Sam, not so much. Woke up, we all had breakfast, gave Verbrong breakfast, who proceeded to go back to sleep, and we went to go meet with Han. And as we're walking to the place that I think we agreed to go to something similar to like a cafe, so most of us can drink while he has a nice breakfast. We started talking about, hey, you know anything about an Alexifix? And he's like, well, I know a little bit, and it's not good. And could have sworn that like all those statues of him were destroyed, and it should be fine as long as you didn't get any favors from him or let him in somewhere.
You know, the things you did.
Hey.
You know, those things that happened.
Yeah. And that's basically where we are now. Oh, the only thing I know I missed for a fact is Lamia got to see the younger sister, who is Casimira, and she told Eli, hey, if anyone asks, we saw her.
Because we met Miles and what we thought was Casimira at first, but it was actually the other one.
Yeah, no
That was just
more.
my mistake. Yeah.
The only one we haven't met is Daniel.
Yeah.
But he's in Balan, so...
Yeah, he's not in the city at all. So.
In my notes, what I typed... go ahead.
But I was
go
gonna say
ahead.
you're very unlikely to meet him, but go ahead.
Talking about that Lamia is the only one that met Casimira, saying that, like, oh, just tell everybody that I did, I greeted the guests or whatever. And I have Sam never met the other sister, contrary to what everybody is trying to say right now, saying that, yes, I did see her. No, I'm not going to lie about somebody not being actually greeting guests.
It's true.
What
I
her
just wanna
dad
say-
asked her to do.
What I have in my notes is Sam forgets he has an accent. Sam again
Yeah.
drops his accent. Sam,
Tractor.
I ain't got no accent.
There's a couple of those in there.
Just wait until we
Anyway.
go to the lawn show. Yeah. I just get
Then
to
you
speak
can
like
drop the
normal man.
accent.
I just speak like normal man the whole time.
I mean, if we do go to Delancia, I'm not doing an accent still.
I will be louder and more Australian instead of sounding like I'm from New Zealand. I don't know why, but that just seems more fitting.
Fair enough. So, anyone want to add anything else to the recap here?
Well, I did when Lamia was sleeping, and I saw she was like the glowy eye red thing. That night, I did say a little prayer to Mr. Gaia to kind of help watch over her. I don't know if you stated that or not. They may
No,
have,
I did not. You're
But Patrick did have me roll a D100 or D10, D10,
D100
Or
and
something.
D10.
and
That'll give you an idea.
he cataloged those results. I
I
don't
did
know what
indeed.
happened, but he cataloged those, so it was important. And Dave got 4 out of 5 right, which was hard
Oh,
to do.
of the numbers? Yes, I got 4 out of 5 of the numbers you guessed correctly.
Which
Or
was
you
impressive
picked.
but useless, which will be the title of Dave's autobiography.
Impressively useless. That is 1000% right there. That and are you sure you cannot sleep that much? I don't know. It's just like that's the subtitle.
Go to bed. The Dave
Yeah,
story.
you should probably go to sleep.
But all right, cool. That's where we will pick up, which was you were having that conversation with Han.
Yep.
Because you kept blowing his mind by just telling him really
Yeah, I think-
odd things very casually.
Did we mention that you also managed to nat 20 a bluff, even though there's no way in like anything you should have been able to pull it
No.
off, but you did.
No, I did not mention that.
Yeah,
but
yeah, that was
what's
pretty
even
great.
more miraculous is he does not notice.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You nat 20 to bluff.
Yeah. So made it a good roll versus his sense motive. And so yeah, he didn't notice that you were clamming up and not saying anything. And in fact, that interaction was left off at him saying, "Well, as long as you didn't make any deals with anyone, it's probably fine. It's definitely good nobody did that." And I don't know if you guys wanted to have anything else you wanted to do during that interaction. Other stuff you wanted to ask him about or tell him about or anything like that, or you just kind of want to wrap that interaction as you guys had a nice breakfast and you go back to your day.
I mean, I don't think I have anything else on that one that I can think of.
Sorry, I'm looking through my notes because there was one thing I was thinking of, but I need to find out if I actually typed the damn thing.
Panda?
I'm good.
Oh yes, I remember what it is. I will ask, what will be an appropriate time to meet with Batu?
Depends on what day. Do you mean like today?
Yeah, just in case the preliminaries
Preliminaries?
are wrapped up and such like that.
I can find out. I think he's supposed to be free this evening. He had a few meetings to do today, a couple of them in nearby places, but he should be back by then.
Okay. That's all.
Should I tell him to be expecting you?
No, because it might end up being longer than I expect. Because I don't know how many people are participating in this, really.
I'll tell him to maybe expect you then.
Yeah, maybe it's fine.
Okay. Well, all right. You'll have a nice evening. Good luck in those preliminaries.
Never mind. I was gonna make a joke, but it won't work.
Thank you, Han. Have a good day.
So you guys split off and head back to the manor.
Lamia will, yeah.
Okay. Did I have a? Did I fucking? I did. I didn't make a city map for this place.
Whoopsies.
Yeah, hell.
So,
if you guys end up RPing
well-
or something.
while you're fidgeting with that, I was gonna do preliminaries. Makes it sound like there's such thing as liminaries. There are. That is a word.
Subliminaries.
So you were looking at what liminaries are.
Yeah. I was like, can I make this joke without sounding real stupid? No, there is a luminary. That is a thing. So yeah.
So you guys head back to the manor, or are you doing anything else in the city? There's a... I'm gonna figure out how to get a map up real quick.
I don't think there was anything else in particular I wanted to do in the city today. I know we wanted to go explore a little bit more when we had some time, maybe, but I know we have to be back at the manor by
Lunch.
lunch.
Yeah. I don't think I'd be doing it today. If we got an extra day tomorrow or something like that, I'll do what I think I'll be doing.
Yeah.
Which is getting more drugs.
Yeah, drugs.
Dergs.
Drugs. If you want to sponsor our stream,
Oh, no!
Yes,
Just
just drugs. It's the opposite of dare. We're just do drugs.
Do all
Oh
of them.
gosh.
It's so funny to me that Dare failed, but for me, Dare worked.
I mean, did dare work, or did your natural proclivity to not take risks with things that are bad for you work?
Yeah. That's
'Cause-
far more likely, because there was
Yeah.
ridiculously a ineffective strategy to get people not to do drugs.
Yeah.
It definitely didn't work for me. I just already was not going to do them.
yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to tell because I was 10.
My mom was like, "Hey, drugs are bad." Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, all
that's
right,
what I was
Mom,
gonna say.
cool."
It's definitely not hard for me to tell at all, because I can tell you when offered drugs, I did not think of dare. So
I was like,
when offered drugs and me saying no thanks, I definitely thought of my parents telling me, "Hey, don't do drugs, stupid." And then I was like, "Yeah, that's a good idea." I mean, they didn't say stupid. I added that.
I don't think my 5'0" mother can rip my heart out of my chest with her bare hands, but I don't want to find out. So
Yeah.
I guess I'll just say no. Also, nobody's just offering you drugs.
I was gonna say I was
not gonna
never
happen.
offered drugs.
Shit's
Well,
expensive.
You didn't go to the same places I went to, apparently. No,
I went into okay. To be fair, I was the black sheep, so
I mean,
I
that
mean,
would
I just
make you
mean that,
more
like-
likely to be offered.
no.
drugs in
Well,
theory.
no. The theory, yes, but when no one wants to interact with you, period.
I just don't think that people ever really thought that out as a concept. And also, you're right, the people don't just want to give you drugs because they want the drugs.
Drugs are expensive.
Drugs are expensive.
Well, no, they give you a little so you can continue trying to get more.
Now, only if
don't.
they're trying to sell them to you.
No?
If they're not trying to sell them to you, they just want to keep them because they're theirs.
Yeah.
Hey, kids, don't do drugs
Yeah,
I
unless
Judge
don't know about
prescribed
you,
by
but
your doctor.
Even
I don't
those
know
are
if that's a
bad.
market for free samples, but
The hell is that?
I have
I
no idea.
don't know. It sounds like it's coming from your.
Oh,
your
I
stuff.
think that was my microphone squeaking. Sorry if you heard that. I was
Yeah.
trying to move it and not have it squeak, but I did not succeed.
Well,
Goddamn squeaking microphones.
Yeah.
There's a
it's not my
WD-40.
chair.
Let's spray them today.
I need to get some.
Oh God,
that-
I'm so
that
sorry.
not
I'm
open?
the one that went off the
Son of a
tangent
bug.
today.
But yes, what do? We go back. I go back to because that's where the Shorse is, and currently unnamed Silverhawk.
Still haven't named your bourbon.
No, because people haven't voted, or I haven't got
That's-
enough.
How
Just
are they gonna
make up a
vote?
name.
Yeah.
No.
Also, did you make a poll and post the poll?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you didn't
well,
post
well,
the poll.
Yeah, because we don't have enough names yet.
Yeah, we do too.
No, we don't.
Okay,
There
I
are-
was
It's gonna just end up being called Silverhawk.
Yeah.
It's just what's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
yeah. If you don't name it,
Cajun
eventually it won't
Sopapilla, if
make
y'all
it.
don't make it.
That, or
submit
I'm
names.
just gonna name the
Ooh,
bird.
It's
Sophia
not like-
the bird.
It's not like we have hundreds of followers. Like
Yeah, I'm just gonna name
like
the bird. for you.
7 fucking people.
I don't even like when I name the bird.
Anyway. Okay, whatever. I'm going to deal with that later.
Okay.
What was this thing?
So
guys
we
head
go
back
to the
manor.
mansion. Yeah.
Breakfast is pretty much over. Some of the people that were there have headed off to do other things. You actually see some people at kind of one end of the grounds that appear to be practicing. And you can see some of the workers and stuff kind of moving throughout the area, like tending to the gardens and maintaining the grounds and that kind of thing. So you guys are, I'm assuming, heading back inside. Is there anything you were going to do in particular? Are you just trying to find ways to kill time, or talking to anyone, or
Gonna kill time?
Yes, we're murdering time now.
there's no format of that joke that isn't corny.
No, yeah.
Just
We're
to let you know right
premeditated
now.
doom.
Well, actually, since there are people training, Lamia will go jump in and train with. If there's like a equivalent to wooden axe, she would prefer that because she's going to keep the secret of her spear or her halberd technique.
So as soon as you walk over there, as soon as you're like within maybe 100 feet of them, they stop and they all kind of turn and like are looking at you and continue to close in. One of them is just like, "What do you want?"
Oh, well, I noticed you guys were sparring, so I thought I'd join.
I think we'll have plenty of time at the exhibition. Maybe find somewhere else to practice for a little bit.
Ooh.
Rude.
Are you... Oh, is this supposed to be a private thing?
I mean, technically we're on the ground, so it's not private, but your competition would make more sense for us to practice together.
I'm sure there's plenty of competition in the same...
We're not practicing with them either.
But you guys are all around at the same spot. How
Points
is
to
this...
the other two people? These are the two people that are my team.
Okay, maybe I'm misunderstanding Patrick. Was it just like 3 people?
You see some others sort of standing off, like to the side, but you just see 3 people are actually sparring in the same space. And if you look further, there's some other people practicing, but not in like this. It's not like 10 people sparring at once.
Oh, okay. Then that conversation would have been a little different.
They're kind of divided up.
Okay, that would have been a little bit different than him. Okay, well, okay then. Yeah, understandable. Have a good day.
You too. They all kind of look at each other and shrug, and then start going back. You can tell these are just really basic drills. Like they're doing more warm ups than anything intricate.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're leaving, a group a little bit further away from them is like one of them is like, "Hey, you can come practice with us."
Oh, yeah.
We give you some pretty good work, I bet. And the other person is just like, "Don't listen to him. Don't worry about it. We'll see you later."
So Lamia had started a full-bound run, but then stumbles at the "don't listen" part and okay.
Just hear general chatter and some weapons clash. You can tell these are like all wooden weapons and stuff they're using. And they're all moving. They're going slow. Nobody's like hard sparring. You can tell these are just. They were on the road for a long time. They're just kind of working the kinks out a little bit. Shut up, Panda. And
did you hear my eyebrows raise?
I glanced down at you.
Kinks right out of his neck. That's for sure.
So you wander back, I guess, towards your group for the moment. So you don't. None of them look particularly familiar. You don't see Clover and the gang around there or anything like that. Rest of you, anything in particular, or are you just waiting around?
I'm just gonna name Panda's bird now since he won't do it. Anyways, I'm just gonna wander around any areas of the manor and just kind of explore. That's my plan. I just want to see if there's any cool stuff because we heard that clockwork room or whatever. I'm just trying to find interesting things.
Alright. I closed that. I thought I minimized it, but I was wrong.
Going Eli, of course, and look kind of pouty.
And then Panda, Sam, were you doing anything?
Since the last training session with Silverhawk went so well, we're going to do it again, but this time I'm going to be the target.
You're just practicing with the bird.
Yep. So I'm practicing the bombard.
Yeah.
And basically it's going to be me jogging through the field, and he's going to practice trying to drop stuff on me.
Okay.
It will be, I don't know, what fruit can I find? Or vegetable, I guess.
Are you going into, you run into town and try to get cheap fruit,
Yeah, sure.
or are you asking the kitchens, or?
Yeah, it's hey, do y'all have any slightly old apples or?
No, it has
whatever.
to be coconuts.
Jesus.
No, it's not a swallow, and I don't want to kill myself.
So
Apple would hurt bad enough, but
you can find some fruit that's going off, and they've been kind of wondering what to do with, and a few of them are at first they're kind of oh, we can't just hand you stuff for random purposes if you're not going to eat it, but they seem interested enough with, I'm assuming you explain your.
It's not for me; it's for my bird.
But they're okay, yeah, whatever, that's fine, and they'll give you a few pieces, just apples, a couple of pears, things like that are really bruised and definitely not as appetizing as some.
Yeah. Would you like me to do a animal hammerling? Check. Animal hammerling.
I'm checking if. Wait, didn't you finish training that?
For the bombard, I didn't think I did. I thought I started it. Bombard. Oh no, I did. I did.
You finished
it's
that.
Quiet Watch that I was working on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one
Okay.
you hadn't got to yet.
Oof. Well,
Oh, the fruit could still act as a treat or something.
Yeah. For Quiet
It's not
Watch. Yeah, that's
his main
yeah.
diet, but I'll eat it.
Whatever. He's a bird.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Can ox eat fruit?
No, they are carnivores. They are carnivores exclusively. So I guess you could eat the fruit, or we'll just retcon that. You didn't have to go get
Yeah, we could just retcon it to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Some falcons also eat fruits, though.
Mm-hmm. But he's specifically a hawk, I believe.
A hawk.
I thought he kept saying he was a silver falcon for some reason.
No, because then his name would be Captain.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, so you're gonna do that. So Quiet Watch. Handling
It's a
animal.
DC of
animal.
20, I believe.
DC 20 handle animal. You get a +4 for your animal companion. So where did it go?
Where did it go now?
Why are these not enough? There we go. 20.
+4.
Yep, I'm double checking how much time it takes.
We don't have enough time.
Teach a trick. 1 week of work. So this would be, I think
Taurus.
are you just starting this? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you did bombard and finished that, and we hadn't got to start this one yet. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull up my notes so that we can keep track of it, and then go ahead and roll +4.
Okay. Oh, very good.
16. So that is a fail.
6 on the die. Yeah. Guys, that's the first thing that's been a 6 or a 7.
unfortunately. So that means throughout the course of this, this technically it doesn't take effect until you hit the end of the week. So,
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was like a daily thing or what. Oh, there's always next week. Or whatever.
right. Let's quiet watch.
I've trained my bird to keep watch, but I trained him wrong, so every time he sees somebody, he just screams. And, hey, you guys adventurous?
No critical fail here. You did okay. It's tougher. It's tougher to teach somehow.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, but you start that. So that's what you're working on. And the other two of you are exploring a bit. So you say you're starting in the room that you heard the clockwork stuff. Eli, Lamia?
Yeah, that's where I would like to start there as long as it's open.
I mean, I heard it, but I don't really know what it is. So
Well, that's the point of exploring it. I'm asking if that's where you start.
Yes.
Cool.
As I recall, the only thing we identified was Sam and I identified what we thought was a grandfather clock. So I am curious.
Okay, so you you guys head in there. You can see that the door is like ajar. So I imagine you like peek in, you don't see anyone. You like do that sort of quiet knock just in case. Like, no one's in there. You push it open. No one seems to freak out. You can see inside of here is this room compared to the others. I would describe as cluttered. You see what is like a very old, probably some kind of antique desk sitting there, just covered in books and like odd little knickknacks. You can see what appears to be like a one of those little bird things that like does the beak into the water deal. Except it's made of like these like tiny iron rings that are like they're kind of stacked on top of each other, and when it does like the tip over thing, they seem to they like slide and kind of resonate a little bit. There's like this odd sort of hum that happens, and so then when the beak goes into this little glass of water, the entire glass starts making the humming noise, and it comes up and it goes quiet, and then it does that again. But it's not loud. It's very subtle. You can hear the ticking or the pendulum swing of this grandfather clock, which you see is kind of in the far corner, and it's a lot bigger than you probably imagined it was. So you think of like your prototypical grandfather clock. You know, one of these kind of, especially one of the older ones. It's pretty like a tall structure, I'd call it.
Right.
This one just about reaches the ceiling, and it's just this very hefty sort of base to it, but it doesn't sound any more grand or like bigger or anything. It sounds like a normal sounding grandfather clock. It's not clock. It's not louder. It's not deeper or anything like that. And you can't quite. Yeah, I don't think you have that knowledge. You can't quite place its make. It doesn't look like the kind of thing that would be made here, though. You can see it's been very well cared for. There are also just several stacks of books in many different languages. There is a pile that is next to this grandfather clock, stacked up to about chest height. The rear wall is a large cabinet that also has several books inside of it, even though it is not a bookshelf. And you see several like different sized jars and containers and things on the other side. Some are clearly empty. Some have obvious like contents in them. There's a lot of knickknacks in here. Obviously, the most striking thing in here is that grandfather clock. And then probably the next would be, like, as soon as you walk in the far wall, you can see there's a map that is on the wall, but you don't see what's keeping it there. It just seems like it's stuck to the wall. And it is maybe about 6 feet across and maybe 4-ish feet like up. But this like giant sprawling map. And it appears to be a map of Hayethe, though it's not complete. You can see like they kind of started in like sort of the cradle region, and it's very detailed sort of at the center there. And you can see these like some areas are far less drawn in, like much more flat, far like less detailed. And you can see certain like pathways throughout, like coasts and other stuff are like sketched in much greater detail than some of the things on the fringes, and it kind of trails off before you would get to the ends of the earth, so to speak.
Nice.
And those are things that just kind of stand out immediately to you when you go in there. Other than there is a cacophony of different clicks and whistles and hums and all sorts of different sounds from the other things that are moving around on their own in the room.
Cool. I want to go check out that map.
Yeah, Lamio's going to study the map too.
Okay. Anything specifically you're looking for?
No, I just am interested. It looks neat. I'm also going to just detect magic on it, because why not?
Okay. Cast Detect Magic. Go ahead and boop. Thank you. And are either of you trained in knowledge geography?
No.
Probably not.
Probably
No
not,
knowledges. None.
Nope, I'm not. I miss my skill monkey.
That's okay. Okay, let me see.
Someone had to be the charisma monkey in this party. Probably.
Well, I'm the face this time. I'm the skill monkey on Thursdays. I'm the face on Tuesdays.
Detect Magic. So you use that. Start seeing. You see some like faint little auras just kind of around the room that are sort of commingling in the space. Nothing that really stands out or even solidifies into a specific school, or even like power level. It's all just very faint. Like some of this stuff has magical properties, but nothing in here seems powerful. Both of you give me a perception check. Eli, I'm going to give you a +5 to this check. Okay. The Dave rolls. So,
Yep.
despite that, let me come back over to the map.
Oh, Dave rolls.
Do I have a... That's okay. There is a way to show that. I'm pretty darn sure. Yes. Well, you know, it doesn't matter because this is in... it's like it's in this region. So, let's see, the jewel 14. I have a +1. Okay. So what you guys notice, I'll start with you, Eli. What you notice specifically is, let me take us to this, so that way the chat can see. Probably. Now they can see. Jeez. Zoom in. Okay. Sorry. Eli, you notice over here in the hills. I'm gonna put a small marker down here for you. Find one. Maybe I'll just make one then. He's nice and seabill. There is a glowing spot where this little red circle is. when you try to kind of inspect it closely, you can't quite make out what the actual. It appears to be like a small symbol of some kind. Excuse me. You can't quite make out the symbol, though. You think you could, if you had like a magnifying glass or something, you could probably get a good look at it. But you can't quite tell from here. It doesn't seem like it's... Well, yeah, it just doesn't look familiar to you from the little bit you can see of it. You see there's a glowing mark there. And you see that there is another one. Let's go further west. Here.
I know I can't really make out the symbol, but does it look like it's probably the same symbol? Or at least similar?
You can't tell. It's too small.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Lamia, you don't notice the glowing just because you don't have detect magic or anything.
Yeah.
However, one thing you're able to notice is you start to piece together some of the shading and whatnot in the areas. Most of it is aesthetic, right?
Mhm.
But there is an area out here in the hills where it looks a little bit odd, and you kind of lean in and start looking at it a bit closer. You can see that where they did like some shading with maybe either the side of a graphite or a piece of charcoal or whatever. It looks more like graphite, or the equivalent of that. It's not going to be lead though. You can tell there's an indention because you can see where the rubbing didn't quite get into the crevice. So there's some kind of odd sort of indent, like someone wrote something there at some point and then shaded over it. And you can't quite make out what it says, if it's letters or if they're like symbols or something like that. But you see that here. I'm going to try to get let's find something else. We'll use this. Why not? I don't know what this is. It's not even transparent.
All right.
No. Is this one transparent? It is. Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll use that. You see that right there.
Okay. Wow.
But you can't quite make out what it is. If
Mhm.
it says something or what. You can just definitely tell something was written there, either in like a pen or something where they pressed a little bit harder.
Wow. This has been worked on quite a few times.
Can I tell that you said it's a mostly incomplete map? But can I tell what the most recent addition to this map was?
You definitely can't tell the most recent, I would say, but you can definitely tell what is the most detailed.
Okay.
Because you would need specific tools or training to be able to see like what was the most, like the freshest rubbing. But the most detailed area is actually, I'm just going to indicate, I'm not going to put any markings or anything. This area where you see like right above the F in Kingdom of Delancia down here. Looks like there was a lot of things done in there. You do see some other like waypoint type markers. You see some characters in some like Thunic characters or Thulian characters that are probably supposed to represent certain things as like shortcuts.
Before
or
Sam was here.
Yeah. Like they're supposed to represent either like a landmark or something like that, but you can tell there was a lot of stuff done in that area.
Yeah, they did a lot of work all over this thing. You should get Sam to come look at this. Tell us if it means anything. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, it's possible he could know.
Well, I mean, he can read Deluntian.
Oh, you think that this,
Yeah.
like, etching right here, like, she'll point at the area is possibly Deluntian?
Well, maybe. I don't know. All this stuff down here, and I, gesture to where all of this stuff you just talked about was. That's all Deluntian, right?
Thulian.
And it's in... Or Thulian.
Or, yeah,
The
Thulian.
third
It's all
guy.
in Delantia, and it's all Thulian. So he reads that, so he would at least know what that says. And maybe that's the same kind of marking.
Yeah, I don't know how to speak Deluntian. I can speak Thulian.
I'll throw something at your head. I can find you.
You're gonna get
By
beat
that
up.
I mean I can walk to your room.
Maybe I want to get beat up. Maybe it'll
Gross.
fix my neck.
Oh my god, that's,
maybe it
that's
will
right.
fix your neck.
I forgot last time you were like, I'll just like, I mean, if I
Karate chop.
get choked, I mean, like, I'll like it. God.
I'll karate chop you right in the neck. It's okay. I don't do karate.
But you do
Nor
jump.
I do the
Kick
chops.
your
But
ass. Oh yeah, motherfucker. Anyway, sorry. Fucking Tenacious D.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
we'll just roll you off the roof. Maybe that'll fix it, or it'll break you more.
so, yeah. Go ahead.
Do we want to keep just exploring, or did you want to stay in here and look around some more?
There's maybe some more interesting stuff in here, but now I know what's in here. I guess in here enough. Check out the rest of the house. This place is huge.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
Huge.
Huge.
As you guys are about to head out, you both hear, seemingly through the wall, same wall the map is on, but not like necessarily from behind the map. From the other side of that wall, you just hear someone go, "Fuck, another one!" Then you hear some muffled response to that. And he's like, "Yeah, no, another goddamn. There was another attack. It was just in the middle of town. Yeah, they were like shouting about it. They had the freaking criers out there. How long is this gonna go on?" And it gets a little bit fainter. They get moved away from the wall a little bit. You can still hear people talking.
Do we know what's on the other side of that wall?
No.
Okay.
You know there's house over there, but there's no way to get to that, whatever that room is from here. You know you're also next to the kitchen, so it's possible it's a pantry or a storeroom or something like that that's connected.
Something about an attack? Is that what you heard, Eli? Okay.
Yep. I wonder what kind of attack. Oh well, we'll have to ask about that later, I guess. But for now, I want to see what's on the second floor. I think I've only been on the first floor.
Well, there is a lot of the first floor, but I too have not been to the second floor. So let's go then.
Yeah.
So you guys head out. As you're kind of, excuse me, goddammit, walking northward, passing the kitchens, you can hear, it sounds like people are doing dishes in there. And you hear a very loud expletive somewhere past the kitchen. And you hear like a kind of a jumbled couple of different voices responding. And someone seems to enter the kitchen, like just as you guys are like kind of getting past it. You see a door back there like fly open, and a few people start coming in. And you hear someone goes, "Yeah, did you hear about the other attacks again? All that shit going on down there, like south of here?" Someone's like, "No." I'm assuming you guys keep walking. Eventually, they're out of earshot.
Yep.
Okay, so you pass the kitchens. You get to another door. Go through that. Lami, you're familiar with this. Enter into that big grand hall open space. Obviously, you guys saw this too when you would be led to your rooms. And you can go up the stairs to go to the second floor. Lami, the first door on your left leads to like that sitting room that you got to go in, but you didn't get to explore really. There's a room just north of that, and then of course to your right there are two other rooms there. There's like one immediately to your right and then one a little bit further back. And then you guys went basically around the stairs, and there's apparently that row of like guest bedrooms just behind them. So you get to head upstairs. You do see some servants and stuff moving around. As you get to the top, you'll see Rugeki again, Lamia. And she seems to be talking to three other people. And she says, I'm not sure. There's been no real word about if it's going to affect anything, so probably best just to continue business as usual for now and just be careful if you need to. But within these walls, I'm sure you should feel quite safe. Anywhere on these grounds. And one of them's just like, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of close to, where all the events are going to happen, so it's a little worrisome. I'm surprised no one said anything yet. I can only hope that they would have said something if it was actually an issue. And she seems to notice you all coming up. She says, Lamia and Eli, yes?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Afternoon, it's a pleasure to meet you. She comes over and just gives a slight bow.
You going?
I'm Rugeki. I hadn't got to meet your acquaintance yet, Mr. Eli.
No, I don't believe we've met. I do like a very formalish style bow, but not like, deep, crazy, whatever, but still polite.
I'm assuming you're exploring again, Miss Lamia.
Sorry, I nodded.
She nods. The upstairs mostly has some of the bedrooms. You'll want to steer clear of the west wing, as those are personal spaces. But here on the east side here, there is another trophy room. There's one downstairs as well. There's the upper study here, and back this direction. And she'll kind of walk along the railing to the side. You see a set of double doors. This is the archive of the house. Most of it is not in Ulu, just so you know. But if there are things you want to study, and if you're multilingual, then you might have a good time in here. And I believe I talked to your other friend, Yohala, just earlier. And she's in there now. I'm not sure if you wanted to go and say hi, but it's likely where you can find her.
No. Oh, yeah, go on.
I was going to say, we'll catch up with her in a bit. Appreciate the information. I think I'm just going to wander about a bit. Unless there's something else you recommend specifically to just see.
She smiles. Not particularly. There's, the trophy room is nice, but if you haven't visited the sitting room, and you want a bit of tranquility, it's a very good place to be.
I wanted to sleep in there. That's how nice it is.
I'm afraid that's not allowed.
Yes, I know, but I'm voicing my thoughts to Eli here.
She just smiles. Is there anything you'd like me to show you, or would you prefer to just have a self-guided tour?
I'll take you up on a guide around. Anything you think of interest at the moment. I'm just trying to waste a little time before it's lunchtime.
Yes, of course. And excuse me. I suppose we don't have all day, but I suppose.
Are you not busy yourself right now?
I can always do some of these things later.
Okay.
You can see the kind of she's sort of trying to dismiss it, but she's obviously was a little busy. But no, I can spare some time to show you. We can skip the sitting room. Let's at least check out the trophy room and the lower study. There are a few things in there that I know Mr. Markham or Master Markham likes to show guests, but he's a bit busier than I am now. And she'll actually lead you back downstairs for the moment. And the room just next to the sitting room. Excuse me, she'll open first. You guys go in there, and you can see immediately why it's called the trophy room. So there's like a wall with a big frame on it that has all of these different medals and things like hung up. You can see a few like certificates that are like encased like underneath glass and other things. Most of them are still in Thulian. You see one in Ulis in very formal script, naming Clint Markham as a master of trade in the Setsi region, and you can see that it is that it has the mark of the Wood Shaman, the Wood Spear, and the current Voice of Flame. So all three of the major leaders. And you see another one. Excuse me. That is a similar certificate, just next to it, with a few signatures at the bottom. You can tell just by there's the dialect is a little bit different, but it's still in Ulis, and it names him as a master of trade, also in the Gurga region, the two Ulis nations. And you see another one written in a language that you're just neither of you is familiar with, because neither of you is trained in linguistics. I'm pretty sure neither of you is trained in linguistics.
I might have 1 point because I took the Vedic language. Let me double check. No, I'm not. Okay. I took it because of my intelligence. That's right.
Yeah. So yeah, you just see another one that looks very different. It's like, what is this? Or actually, hold on. No, stupid. It's Vedic.
Oh, okay. So I do know it.
Yeah. You see that one? You see, this Vietic one, and then Eli. You notice that there is a badge up there that is. You can see it has Tertian characters on it. They're a little hard to read, but like you kind of lean in and get a better look at it, and you can see that was given by a sultan in the Caliphate for apparently it's basically acts as give it as a badge, literally a badge of honor. Like if he goes to the Caliphate with this thing, people will treat him like nobility.
Rad.
Yeah, he can get into a lot of places. And then it has his name essentially in Tertian, and it looks kind of funny because it doesn't directly translate, but you can see all that stuff, right? You see there's a couple of different busts. You see one that's obviously of Clint. It's hard to tell if it looks younger or not because it's all made of stone, and he has the same exact haircut and mustache and beard. But you see next to that bust is one of a female who has a very wavy hair, kind of like down to the shoulders. You can see that it looks like there's a hood pulled back. You see what Lamia, you would know this. Eli, if you roll knowledge local, you might be able to know this.
I will go ahead.
But you see an Amidraba mark that goes from like kind of under the left eye and curves down over the neck. Ah, yes. So, you both recognize this as the Amidrava of the river, which is supposed to denote a person who can connect like faraway people to one another. That would otherwise be separated and never be able to reach each other. They're like a destined communicator and uniter of cultures. And so you can see that has been kind of they use chemicals or something to like change the color of the stone on that space. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Both of these are very incredibly detailed. You can see they've done the same for like the eyes and things, so they kind of look more like they look more alive, though they're obviously not. These took an incredible amount of work. You see under Clint's, it has his name. It has hold on. World notes. Where are my notes? World notes. So many notes. Where was I? There we go. Okay, you see Clint Markham, House Markham, and at the bottom you see some kind of odd symbol, and you see you see this is all written in Thulian. You can recognize his name because you've seen it in other places, but you don't recognize whatever the word is. And then there's another symbol like next to it you think might be a number, but neither of you speak that language. You're not sure. And then next to him, that stuff you can't understand because you haven't seen the name as much. Probably recognize like House Markham, and then but this one does not have the little title underneath the house thing. It just has what you're pretty sure is a name in Thulian, and then like House Markham, and that's it.
Well, I can definitely see why this is the trophy room, right?
Mm-hmm. There's some other stuff in there. There's like what looks like a globe. There's some legitimate like trophies on like a shelf. There's a few other like books and things in there. You recognize his name on a few of them. You see some like weapon racks and things that have like decorative or like display swords. You see a lot of things in there that he's likely collected over his time all over the world.
Mm-hmm. He has definitely seemed to have done quite a bit in his lifetime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Master Markham is one of the most prolific travelers, tradesmen, discoverers of the modern era. He's remarkable.
Wonder why I've never heard of him before this job, though.
If you haven't run in the correct circles, then you wouldn't have. And to be fair, he is a foreigner of sorts. Perhaps you've heard his name, but didn't really know who he was.
Register it? Yeah, that's possible.
If you ever really associated with anyone connected to the Padero, you would have heard of him. Almost certainly. Many different organizations, but I digress. And she kind of like will go around. She kind of shows off a few things. She will actually, because she realizes you guys probably don't speak Thule, she'll tell you like the titles of some of these books, and a couple of them are ones he's written. Some are written about him. Some of them are fiction that he is included in as a larger-than-life character in some of these works of like written by people he's never met. It's just that's how far his name is reached. And then when she gets to the two busts, she'll tell you that the word underneath his house is Sirrah, Sirrah, which is a military rank in Daladcha, and the number is 7, which is the highest category of that rank. It is technically the lowest rank because he's not officially a military man. They granted that to him because of his accomplishments and his ability to lead. So,
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense.
But she will tell you, like, yeah, he hasn't spent any time officially in the Dalantian military. They were like, nah, if stuff goes down, we need people to know that you can officially lead soldiers because you fucking did it. He has that, and then she'll tell you that the person next to him is, of course, his late wife.
Oh, okay.
I mean, excuse me. I surmised as much, but that does make sense.
Her name was Nomoloon. Very similar, of course, to one of her daughters. It's in the chart thingy, but I'll put it in Roll20 just so that it shows up in the chat as well.
Also, totally makes sense.
Hey, Ellie's here. I didn't notice. Hi, Ellie.
Yeah.
Good to
Hello.
see you.
Yeah, President's Day messes with everybody.
If they have the holiday, yeah.
Face tattoos bad for job interviews. Not here. Not in Setsegia. As long as it's actually an
Your Amidraba, yeah.
Yeah, if you're just getting like the Mike Tyson, they'll be like, what?
Where?
Are you Raleigh? Why do you only have one tattoo? What'd you do wrong? Anyway, but yeah, she tells you that's his late wife. They were both honored by a duke of one of the regions in Delancia, and he commissioned those for them. Let's see. And nope, I'll just give this to you. So as she's talking, she seems to get a little bit excited talking about some of these pieces. And there is she's talking about some of it, like when she gets to the Master of Trade, when she gets to the Master of Trade certificate for the for Setsegia, she's telling a story about how he was part of several of the different moving towns that are like basically nomadic settlements. He was a part of a number of those. He taught people a lot about how to properly establish trade routes and other things like that, just based on the things that he had already seen. And so he's kind of a hero in some people's eyes if you talk to the right folks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's of course why he was able to get this stuff. But she does mention that she's kind of going on. She says, and that's not even to really talk about the work he's done in Avrahana. And there's a pause. Just some of that I'm not sure we should really share. It's his story to tell if he wishes to. Of course, Avrahana being this area up here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yep.
And but you notice there's a noticeable pause before she continues that. And then she'll kind of leave you guys to look around or something for a moment if you want to, but she kind of stands in the doorway and is obviously ready to show you the next thing.
Yeah, I'll do the I hate to say polite because I am interested, but I will do the polite look around where you do the thing where you kind of look and you examine something, but I don't want to take up a ton of time. Yeah. Even though I would possibly spend more time in here myself.
Move stuff around while you're being observed.
Yeah, exactly. So then I'll do that where I just kind of make a little circuit of the stuff and then I'm ready to leave.
Yeah. Is there, glancing around wise, is there anything that looks locked up? Yes. She's not trying to explicitly ooh, but oh, that's locked.
You see on one of the trophy shelves, there's a bottom row that's got some doors on it, and you can see that there's a lock on those.
Okay. All right, that's it.
She leads you guys out. She will take you across the hall. Just directly across the hall toward the lower study. Because apparently there's two studies. And as you're walking over there, someone kind of rushes into the room and is Mr. Geki, Mr. Dorat is here. She's, okay. Tell him I'll be there in just a moment. Got it. Runs off. She says, I may have to cut this short for a moment. I think I remember correctly. It's fine. feel free to look around a bit more. I'm going to go tend to that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, well, no worries. We'll just wander off for a bit.
I want to show you the map, but I haven't finished making... it's fine. You know what?
That's okay. I want to ask for a break because it's 10:30 and I'm fidgeting because I have to go to the restroom.
We'll go potty then. Yeah, we can take 5 real quick here.
Do I not have that
And then
name in
crunch.
here?
What name?
Dorat, because it sounds super familiar to me, but it's
Dorat
not in my...
Acquisitions, House Modric.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's why. All right. Okay. Maybe I just have the I have the Modric part.
Yeah, that's the Hearth. So, but their actual family name is Dorat.
Okay. Yeah. 5-minute break. You said.
Yeah. We'll be back at 35.
Yeah.
Cool. Jeez.
Away screen.
Yay! Face live.
Yeah.
You guys can watch me eat this Australian candy.
Are
It's
we?
delicious.
We are not in the correct places. Face
No,
live.
we're not.
Yeah, I'm
Except
in
Panda. I
I'm
think.
in Lamia's spot.
Hopefully you guys...
Anyways, no.
Let me do thirst traps, but I'm a fat, hairy man, so they're a lot less thirsty. They're dehydrated traps.
Wow.
Oh.
Mm.
I've killed her. My job is complete.
Anyways,
Didn't kill me. You made me angry.
what were we talking about with T9 texting really fast before we get back into this actual thing?
Oh, people saying how hard it was or how it didn't make any sense. I'm like, but you didn't live through that era.
Bro,
So
I
you
could
don't-
text upside down with my eyes closed on T9 texting. With one hand. Obviously, it was way easier to text with one hand. Like,
And I feel like
than
if
it
I had
is
said
now.
that to somebody, if I had was in that conversation, like, oh, you just didn't look through there, they'd have been like, okay, boomer, and would have destroyed me completely because that's the perfect comeback to that statement.
It is. It is. It really is. I will say this. Despite the fact that I could text upside down, like above a shark tank, blindfolded in T9 texting, I can still type faster now. So this is still way better.
It's like when people complain about standard transmissions versus automatic. You know, like, oh, why, it's harder. It's like, oh no, you just got to get used to it. But I shouldn't have to get used to it because there's a thing that does it automatically. I shouldn't have to work this hard to drive. You know?
Yeah, I will say this: like you can cut some more corners with like a manual or whatever. You can't like the car issues I'm currently having right now. With where I think it's spark plug issue, I could like get around that if I was using a standard transmission. I could like cheat it because I would never shift
just,
out of second.
Yeah,
basically. And I would obviously shift up, but I would never shift below second, so I could get around that. But not having to think about driving, way better. My dad drove a standard transmission car up Pikes Peak and then back down because he was insane and could do that, and that blows my mind. Like, that's an insane drive in a regular car. He did that in a standard transmission car. He did that in a BMW. An old BMW, but a BMW. Like, old for the time, even. Old for the 90s.
No. That's on.
With a stuck sunroof, by the way. So it was cold, because it's in Colorado with a sunroof that doesn't close all the way on a mountain.
What happened, Patrick?
Something broken. Fix that.
Oh, okay.
The gods of streaming decided to take a poo-poo.
The stream's fine. It's the map.
The gods of
It's the
Roll20
map.
then
It's the
decided
map.
that they don't like us streaming. That's what it was.
I mean, we already knew that.
I mean, the gods of Roll20 just don't like anybody at all, ever, for any reason.
As gods.
Excuse me. Yeah, they're the devs.
I was gonna say something mean, but I'll wait.
That reminds me of the devs.
You
Like,
be
when
nice
say,
to those devs. They work
Yeah.
hard.
You say they're the gods of the thing. It reminds me of the it's called Cluster Truck, the game where you like jump from semi to semi to get to like, point A to point B on maps. It's kind of a puzzle game.
Oh, cool.
It's all
Jackie
physics.
Chan it. Rad.
Yeah. They were pretty much, if you're streaming that game, the dev is super vigilant about it, and he'll like go into your game and start doing crazy shit to you. He's like, oh yeah, all the trucks are now chickens, or weird shit.
That really is
Well,
like,
he
I
can
am
type-
God here.
Yeah, he'll
That's
type stuff out.
very
and it'll like
specific.
appear on your screen, like some like hackers like taking over your
Oh
thing.
my gosh, that's funny.
It's super interesting to watch.
That is
Somebody
really
just like,
funny.
But he's just like, we'll do that randomly to people who stream. I guess.
Speaking of streams, we need to figure out what we're gonna do for our extra streams, for our additional streams.
First thing you need to do
for
is finish this
affiliate.
one.
Yes.
So
Well, yeah, but I'm saying we need to put a pin in it, and I won't remember, so I'm writing it down.
that's good.
Uh,
So, but I won't forget that one because I'm always thinking about it. So Regeki wanders off. She said, apparently, Mr. Dorat is here. Not specifically which one, but one of them. She's wandered off for now, and leaving you guys alone. You're outside of the lower study. I've been trying to get this fucking map to work, and I think it's as good as it's going to get for now. So, it is not done, but that'll just have to do.
Oh, very pretty.
Well, again, it's not like
Finished.
100%, so just,
Yeah.
take it with a grain of salt for now.
Yeah.
But here we are. That's where you guys are. And this is Sam.
No, it isn't. You can't lie to me. Anyways,
the beautiful land. The old school way of doing stuff, where I found somebody who kind of looks like what I imagined Samuel to look like, so I stole that off the internet. Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Like once we
there's
start
other ways to do
making
things.
money with this, we'll get portraits made.
Yeah, I'll actually commission some legit
Yeah,
art,
like-
but
Till then,
Yeah.
nah. It's for free. It's for me.
so here you are. Do you guys actually go into the lower study, or are you gonna do something else now that you don't have a chaperone?
We'll just go in there. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, also, I need to fix
I was
that.
tempted to go like sneak in on her, I guess, meeting with Dorat, but I think lower study's probably better.
I mean, you could do that all you want.
I could, but I chose not to.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go into the lower study. There. Balls. Okay, so what you guys see in there? It looks like a study. It's got a couple of desks in there. You see a few different like bookshelves and things. There's not actually a ton of books in here. There's a few rows that are full, but you can tell that there's like a small pile of them on one of the desks, and a few that are like open on another one. You can see some notes that have been kind of like stacked together. Some are in a little binder that's been like tied closed. Even like just kind of glancing at it, it's written in Thulian, so I don't know what it says. But you see a few things that are written in Ulus, and it's nothing that like stands out as like important. It more just looks like notes someone was taking about like one of the books they were reading, some kind of history. And you hear, let's see. Oh, you're supposed to be able to see. I don't have that. There is a window. It's unfinished map. I'll do my old method of showing you where a window is. There it is. It's the blue thing right there. So there's a big window there. So you can kind of see out into the grounds. You see Sam out there running around trying to show his bird how to keep watch. And let's see. Yeah, a couple of bookshelves. Nothing. So I guess what I'll say is this room, nothing in particular stands out a lot. It definitely looks like just a place where maybe 2 or 3 people at a time can come in, discuss notes, bring books probably out of the actual like library up there, and study. Nothing stands out right away. You guys doing any kind of search of the place, or you just kind of taking a look, make sure nothing is crazy off the bat?
I think just kind of taking a look. If there's nothing that like jumps out, obviously, I'll just do like a quick, I guess, perception check. But if there's nothing that jumps out to me as immediately like alarming or super interesting, I feel like I'm just going to move on to another room and check it. Because this place is so big, I don't want to spend a ton of time in one place. Yeah,
it's because nothing is obvious, so we won't even roll if you're not like actually doing a research.
Yep. Nope. Yeah. I'm not gonna spend the time. I don't think. I just want to.
Smells like old books. It's a nice room.
Does it also have a smell of rich mahogany and leather
probably?
Books? Yeah.
And actually, as you guys are coming out of that room, Sam, while you're doing your bird practice, roll me a perception check, please.
Are we near a forest or?
You're not in the forest now.
Excuse me.
Yeah, just is there a lot of wood nearby?
Nearby, but you're not in the woods. 15. So
natural 6.
So you, as you're out there practicing, you do notice that a few of the workers that you were kind of helping out the other day are kind of standing nearby, sort of just chit-chatting and such. And you hear one of them say, like, didn't this happen last year? And the other one's like, yeah, I think that's why. I think that's why the Spirits Path didn't happen last year, is all those disappearances.
I don't want to.
The other guys just start shaking his head and they start to kind of walk away. They seem to be continuing their conversation, but they leave for now.
Disappearances? I say to the bird.
To the bird, it looks at you like a bird looks.
Well, that's something to ask the other two about later. Or Rahal, maybe, too. If it's another tree bear, I don't want to have to deal with that.
Tree bear?
You know, the guy that came out of a tree and turned into a bear.
I don't even. I just think it's funny to call it that.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
I mean, he coined toilet ghost. Are you surprised?
Yeah, that's fair.
No, I didn't say anything about being surprised.
I coined the term turlet ghost. Thank you. It's a turlet, and no.
So,
no. But how much longer do I have on training today?
It's a week of work, so I assume it's meant to be 6 to 8 hours.
Oof. Okay.
That's fine. That's a thing that can be handled in pieces. It doesn't have to be like all one straight chunk.
Yeah.
So. Plus, it's an assumption, and I don't really feel like we're going up the rules right now. So,
yeah.
So you can take breaks, you can do other stuff. That's fine.
Yeah. It's like it's real life. Digging into my neck and shoulder. No, don't know. Maybe I should go inquire about their disappearances, because if it happened last year, yeah, I'm gonna go find. I'm gonna go ask around for Eli and.
Like around the grounds, or you go inside?
I haven't seen them outside, so yeah, I'll go inside and ask.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't said no.
You don't see anyone in the foyer as you're kind of going through the hall. You can see.
Actually, do a survival check to see if I can figure out where they are based on muddy footprints that are in the dungeon.
No.
But yeah,
Definitely can't.
based on Eli's scent.
Ew. So you get in there, and as you're walking by the dining hall, the door is kind of like halfway open, and you see a dark-haired woman you haven't seen before so far, talking to. Where was I? So many notes. So many notes.
So many notes. Is that to the tune of Out of the Box?
Yep.
Okay.
You see her talking to a young and fresh-faced, like very well-groomed, like thinner demi-man. It's got kind of like tousled, like blondish hair. He has like very light brown eyes, like almost look kind of orange in color. He's wearing these very like you can look at them and go, those are expensive robes. Like blue, like a bright blue color, not like light blue, just like a very vibrant
Dye is expensive.
color. Yeah. And you can see it's got like a few different etchings and things in it. And you can see that he has some kind of like dark colored like vest beneath this, and like a belt that has like silver studs across it. Dude just looks like money, you know. But he's kind of pacing, as and Rudeki is. You don't know who she is, but that's who it is. Is kind of standing on the opposite side of the table from him, and you hear as you're passing, you hear her just say, "It's obviously nothing that we can do anything about, and Master Markham is very aware of the situation, but this is a matter outside of us. If the nation of Setsegia feels that it's safe enough to still hold the Spirit's path, I think we'll be moving forward."
Doing one of those things where I'm walking and then I, of course, hear them talking about something like that. I'll back and then I'll listen for a minute, or wait for an opportunity to speak.
So are you like kind of obvious in the doorway?
Yeah,
waiting?
I'll be in the door.
Okay. So I'm not gonna make you roll a stealth or anything.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be sneaky.
Just had to check.
Yeah.
So the other man continues to kind of, he's like pacing back and forth. You can't see the entire room, so you just see those two. And he has like a very short, like cut, like goatee. But he's kind of. That's a very good point. Well, I can tell you this much: Hearth Modric's not going to pull out. We're very committed to seeing this through, and Team Ravjik they've been training for this a long time, and I think the competition will be healthy for both of our houses. And Nick nods and says, "I believe the Master thinks the same, though it's obviously best if he tells you himself. Are you sure you don't want me to get him?" It's just, no need to disturb him at the moment. I trust your word. And he looks up and like pauses. "Oh, company, you're welcome."
Hey. Sorry, I heard some people talking about disappearances. It sounds like maybe that's what you were chatting about.
Rugeki turns and looks at you and says, "Oh, Mr. Goodbean.
Could be. Yes.
Yes, it's hopefully nothing to be concerned with, but some of the events take place in the hills of Setsegia, and there have been quite a few troubling events that have happened out there before. Hopefully it will pass, but there have been some travelers that have disappeared."
I mean, is it a issue with like storm wardens or something similar to that, or of a different nature?
Storm wardens.
They're further.
I'm a little less familiar with.
I point due. If I can.
No, unfortunately, we're not really sure what the cause of it is. There was the issue with the giant creature that was also further to the east. But apparently that's been resolved, and there have been some reports of a few bandits in the area, but I believe that was also resolved. And this is something probably new, and there's still information coming out. We're not really sure. But our conversation was more along the lines of checking if we were going to leave our teams intact, and we're not even far enough along to have one. But I think we're going to be continuing as normal. I severely doubt that Master Markham would want to dissolve these efforts so early without any other information. Sorry, Mr. Doratz, this is Samuel Goodbean. He's going to be participating in the exhibition. They'll be trying to be one of the team that we're sponsoring.
Samuel Goodbean.
Goodbean.
Of Delancia.
I couldn't tell. No, logistics and retrieval, Altman.
Yes.
Oh, wow, I didn't expect to meet one of you here. And he goes around to the table and holds out his hand to shake yours.
No, I'll shake his hand. I'll be real friendly. Not like an no intimidation.
Squeeze, no.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like he's not like brawny or anything. He actually seems like he's kind of like he's like a thin person. He shakes your hand. Says, "Well met. I got word that we made an offer for you all, and Mr. Eli turned it down. I have to say, I respect it. It's it's not something that happens often. Yeah, it remains so. I wish you all the best, and good luck, of course, in the competition. Assuming you're not scared off by potential of disappearances.
I think we've all dealt with things of similar nature like that before. So, sadly, bandits, tree bears, things like that.
He's kind of nodding, and there's a pause when you say tree bears. He looks at it and says, "Rugeki, if we're finished for now, I can. I would actually like to meet the rest of his company."
Well, I'm looking for them myself right now. So.
We can find them together.
To join me.
She just nods and says, "I'll let Master Markham know that you're looking for him once he's available." He nods. Heads in the hallway with you.
Eli, let's flee!
Yeah.
I don't know why. I have a terrible feeling right now.
And ask, have you seen them, by the way? I'm looking for them currently.
Oh, yes. If you didn't know where they were, they should be likely in the lower study. So since you enter the hall, it's furthest to the back and to the right, not behind the stairs.
Okay. I'll post-haste that direction.
So as you guys are getting in there is when you two are actually coming out of the lower study. And the other thing that will happen here, Sam, is what I forgot to actually mention. There were two other people in the group in the dining hall,
and they also.
So they're also following. One is Or sorry, no, there's just one other person in the room at the moment. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Here we go. Nope. God damn it. That's confusing. I don't know what happened.
The guy's name was something Durat.
Dorat. He's. You would probably know this is Lamal.
Olamal.
Yeah. He's in the sheet.
Yeah, he's the one who's betrothed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, with my accent, it comes out sounding like Durat.
Go for it. See how long before he gets frustrated at you mispronouncing his last name. It'll be
Like,
fun.
imagine the actual makes it sound more like Door-rat.
Dorat.
That's
Door
closer to what
rat.
it's pronounced, like door-rat. What the hell happened?
What happened? That was a legally distinct two-legged mouse. Thank you. Can't sue us.
Something's
All we're
missing.
doing.
I mean,
Something's
I
missing.
didn't even think it was that mouse
What
that's actually going to be part of
There we go.
public domain soonish, right?
Not if Disney has their way.
Yeah. We'll see.
While you're looking for that, I have a funny joke that I read on the internet today.
I found it. I'm just waiting for it to load.
That was what do you call a mouse with two legs? Kid says, "What?" Mickey Mouse. He goes, "Oh." He says, "What do you call a duck with two legs?" He goes, "Donald Duck." And he goes, "No, any duck."
Any duck, yeah. Second you said it, I was
That's-
like, oh,
that
I've
was
heard this
easy.
joke before.
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
It was
I like that.
It's light work. Anyway.
Cute.
any duck. Any duck.
Yeah, Ellie likes it too.
No. Yes.
That's how you can tell it's not a real panda joke.
Yeah, you
And there's
heard it
no
on the internet
bro.
somewhere because nobody
It's
threw
actually
something
funny.
at you.
So the other person in the room, also Demi, is they are wearing something very similar to what you saw Bardat wearing. The like slick scaled armor with like the fur attached to it.
Mhm.
That also looks very sleek, like dark colored, very like well fitting. This is like really really nice looking armor. And you can see a person like a very he looks Ulyss, Demi man. He has very dark hair kind of hanging down into his face a little bit. Looks a little bit unkempt. You see he's got like 5 o'clock shadow. And he was just kind of sitting on the other side of the room while y'all were talking. He sort of like looked up, didn't really say anything, and then as you're all heading out, he'd get up and you see him give kind of a bow, almost tip of the hat gesture to Deki, and he follows. As you guys are entering the hall, I don't have a
Do I have enough time to ask? Hey, that's cool looking armor. What is that? Just as we're
yeah. As you guys are walking, I'll just do this for him.
just because I'm actually curious because I've seen it before and or something similar to it. That might be in character, might not. I don't know.
So you're pushing open the door, you're asking the question. Eli and Lamia, you see them all entering. And that guy kind of looks up at you and says, "It's very special armor. Called, translated to Thulian would be Stalker's armor.
Oh, interesting.
Especially made from, Adank. Think like his big teeth, his scales, and fur. It's like a mammal lizard creature. It swims, it
Interesting.
burrows, bites. The bite is terrifying. Especially
Sounds
made here.
like it. Oh, interesting.
Nuts. It's benefit of having wealthy sponsor. Smiles.
Mm.
You can see he has a couple of missing teeth.
Oh, my friends. I see them.
And yeah, so you guys are, I'm assuming, probably walking over. And Lamal, as you're kind of finishing that conversation, he says, oh, yes, I should have introduced. That's Ravjik. He's the leader of the team that we're sponsoring. Hello, hi, Lumal Dorat. Well met. I assume you're Eli, and you would be Lamia then.
I regret to
Yes, sir.
inform y'all I've been poached.
It's me.
I'm now part
Did you
of
say
their
you've been
team.
poached?
I'm joking.
Okay.
Yeah.
How you going?
It's going
Training.
well. I wanted to get the face to the name. You are probably the first person that we've made an offer to that was like, that just turned us down. And then I was telling your friend here, Mr. Goodbean, that's really impressive to me. I just kind of wanted to give my, I don't know, wish you good luck at the competition, and let you know that I hope your business does well. I really do.
Side tangent. You pulled out your wallet. Was that
Yeah.
character?
I've been
Like-
fidgeting with it.
Okay.
No, I've
like,
been fidgeting
like,
with it.
yes, this money that I offered you. Need
Money.
money.
Yeah.
No, I dropped my other fidget thing, and I can't see it
Okay.
because it's dark everywhere but my screens. So,
Sorry. And not to derail completely, but I noticed I was like,
yeah, my Legend of Zelda wallet.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
I like how we all narrowed our eyes, cocked our
legally
heads, and
distinct,
looked at
guys. Legally
you
distinct.
Like you're a crazy person.
It's fine if it's like 3 seconds.
Sorry.
Anyway, so you guys, he wishes you luck. I didn't hear if you responded.
Did Eli respond?
No, we got sidetracked by Panda asking about the wallet. So I'm just saying, oh yeah, cheers, thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Good luck to you all as well. I don't think you need it, but you know.
Have a nice
Probably
day.
not. To get you as filled in as Mr. Goodbean here, there have been some disappearances in the Central Hills, so it's become a bit of a to-do. There may be some checking in and seeing if teams still want to participate because events are still unfolding. So far, it doesn't seem like anything's being cancelled, so just to keep you all filled in.
Oh, excellent. Wouldn't have liked to have come all this way for stuff to get cancelled, but you know, safety is important. What kind of
course.
disappearances? Like, obviously, disappearances of people disappearing, but I mean, I think I've heard a little bit of chitter chatter around here. This has happened before.
He kind of he seems to think for a moment and says, "Not that I've heard of."
All right. Do we know anything about anything to be done?
No, there's still a lot of jury is out a bit. All we know so far is the disappearances are happening near some of the areas that have been reserved for the contests, and I guess if my own hearing through the grapevine is to be believed, it was a group of merchants got lost and didn't reach the destination that they'd contacted beforehand. Some search parties have gone out and haven't found them. So that's about all we know at the moment.
I asked if it was near like where that
Didn't hear that. Sorry.
that map had that etching.
Move to map.
Matt.
If that's like where the disappearance took place potentially.
Well, I mean, he didn't give you an exact location, just the Central Hills, which you know is that area.
It is that
Excuse me.
area. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Writing that down in my notes. Yeah, I thought what we heard was about attacks, not disappearances.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh, so you've heard
We
about
did hear about that.
attacks. That
Yeah,
could just
that's
be,
true.
what the hell would they even call it? I don't know. I could just be playing the messenger game. How things tend to change from one story to the next.
True.
But thus far, I haven't heard anything about attacks, just missing persons.
Since it's been a while since I've been through this area, but I did come through this area when I got to Setsegia. Was there any talk about disappearances back then? Like when I originally came here?
Which would have been 2 years ago?
No.
No. You pretty much left immediately, right?
Yeah, I didn't like.
You were at Birdsag for a while. That's probably where you spent the most time.
Yeah.
I
didn't spend much time. Yeah.
You have knowledge local?
I'll find out.
Not, it's straight intelligence.
Nah, it's gonna be straight intelligence. So.
Okay.
I'll do it. I'm scared. I'll probably roll a 6. Oh, that's a 17. That's I forgot. I have to trash talk the dice. I forgot. That's what I need to do. Yeah.
It's the opposite of like believe in your dice, you know, where you're like, I believe in you dice. You're like, you suck. Oh yeah, they proved me wrong.
I did slightly change the color of my character thing as well.
That's the
like,
secret. The real
dice.
secret.
Yeah.
So, what you got? So what you probably remember now that you're like you've been kind of talking about this stuff. Maybe it just like finally clicked. It would have been because I remember you were at the Birdsag for a while, so I would say you're probably there maybe a year ago.
Yeah. At least helped out with a harvest, you know, or something.
Right. Yeah. Because otherwise, it probably felt bad. But anyway, so you were there probably about a year ago, and you would have heard that you probably would have heard rumblings that there was some kind of event that was supposed to be going on, and probably got the like kind of road chatter version of people having talked about, yeah, you know, man, people on that west road are, you know, they try to cut that corner through the hills. That's it's a dangerous place. There's a couple of caravans that went through there, and I don't think they came through with everybody. Like, you just heard that kind of thing. That, yeah, people definitely disappeared last year, too.
Interesting.
The overall feel you would have got is that there are a lot of people who try to just split the, like cut right through here on the road. I think you can see that.
Oh, man. Yeah. They try to cut through the hills.
They cut through the hills, and if you're lucky, everything's fine. You don't run into anything weird, and you've got the shortcut, and you're good. Or you can find some good shit over here sometimes, like because a lot of the Starfall events happen here also.
Okay.
If you're not lucky, that may be when an Etten decides to show up, or whatever else happens. So
Yes.
that was one of the questions you guys didn't do. So,
Yeah. I remember.
yeah.
Preview me.
So yeah, the dangerous things come out in here. You know, there's like a lot of. They've talked about how there's a lot of like, you know, underground tunnels and dens and all kinds of shit that's through there. So it's dangerous, but there's a lot of interesting things in the area.
I didn't mind other people because I had to Google it. It was a 2-headed giant.
Yeah.
Because I didn't remember.
But yeah, it is of the areas specifically patrolled and claimed by Setsegia. It is one of the most dangerous, obviously, especially for not bordering any of the unclaimed areas. It's considered very dangerous. However, it's not like you're guaranteed to disappear if you go through there. It's just one of those things that when it starts happening, it becomes the talk of the region of like, hey, just, please don't take that risk. It's bad shit's happening and nobody knows what it is.
Oh. I'll keep my remembrance to myself at the moment because I'll let the other two know about it. This other dude's not good.
Yeah. She's so if that conversation kind of
Yeah.
is petering
Yeah.
out, he'll like, well, yeah, it was nice to meet you. I just, like I said, wanted to put a face to a name. Looks like you keep good company here. Might go try to see where my fiance is. Figure out where she's hiding today.
Mhm.
He starts to wander upstairs.
Look at that.
Never met her.
Yeah, right.
Wait, it is that one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I was like, good luck with that. All right.
Well, hopefully he doesn't interrupt her when she's busy.
Yeah.
I feel like, based off of the very short description you gave of her, she's always busy.
Lamia shrugs because she genuinely does not know.
What are y'all doing in here? Been trying to teach my bird to keep watch, but we're like in the book place.
In the book place. Yes, in the book place. I brought books to the book place. Nah, we were just exploring about interesting old house, lots of stuff in it.
I'd say you should be outside. It's a fine day, but it's raining.
It's always raining.
This straight face. It's raining.
So we moving ahead, or you got more?
I mean, seeing if they would
Are
divulge.
you gonna now that he's left, are you gonna tell
Oh
us?
yeah,
the
oh
thing?
yeah.
Okay.
Can I
So
watch him go down the hallway?
yeah,
Here you
they're
go.
like the lead.
Yeah, so, no,
make
this
sure
is
he's
ha- yeah.
completely out of earshot.
Yeah. No, I remember when I was staying with the Bertsags over yonder, that I heard stuff about a year ago, people disappearing at that time as well. So,
Yeah, we had overheard some chatter about it, and they had said again. So, you know,
I'm guessing that's just a high traffic area that can be dangerous. There
well,
shouldn't
it's
be a high
definitely
traffic
something
area.
to ask about a bit. I mean, I guess as long as we don't go through that area specifically now, it won't be a problem. But I think during the survival competition, we probably will have to go in that region, based off of what Hans said and how he kind of explained it. So we might need to be on our guard for that.
Especially if we do that like survival challenge and things like that.
Right? Yeah.
It's literally being out there.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, we're pretty. I mean, I would like to figure out what's happening so we can stop it, but
I mean,
that's not the job at the moment.
no, but I like where your head's at, because not only is it the right, proper thing to do, I'm sure, it is also a great way to build reputation, prestige, and possibly just get paid.
Surely there would be something. For,
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
Plus,
do
you
it.
know, be doing good stuff to help folks, hopefully.
Yeah.
Or we could just make it all worse. Who knows? But yeah, it's definitely something to keep an eye on and an ear on for sure, because people around here are talking a lot about it, and I guess we can definitely ask away when we get the opportunity.
Heck, if things get canceled, we could probably take a look.
if we don't get chose, that's never not a guarantee.
Well, and I mean, the way he was talking, everything seems like it's going on now, but that's true. If problem escalates, they might have to cancel it unless something is done about it, and then we can step in and save the competition by hopefully figuring it out, or at least solving it, even if we can.
I am glad we didn't end up bringing Hattie though. 'Cause don't have to risk that.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about her marching us off into the middle of the woods immediately to find whatever it is. That's far more likely than her actually disappearing. But maybe we should ask Rahala if she said anything about it. I know she's been reading all day, probably, but she might have still heard something.
Mm-hmm.
People also like to tell Rahala things.
Yeah.
She was upstairs, correct?
I do believe so.
You guys go check on Rahala.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll hang out with them for a bit. For my break
Break
time.
from your birding.
Yeah.
Okay, so you head up there into the little library area. Well, it's not little. It's quite large. I don't have a map from the upstairs, but once you go in there, all you pretty much hear is just someone on the other side of some bookshelves and pages ruffling, like pages being turned, some muttering. Sounds like Rahala. You kind of go around one of the shelves. It's several rows of them. It looks like a miniature version of an actual like library. A few different tables and things in there. It's very well kept. And you see on one of the tables, you see a couple of stacks of books and a few pieces of paper and like quill and ink, a few notes being taken. You also see next to that quill and ink, another one where the quill is just writing things down by itself.
Fancy.
Yes, fancy indeed.
And so you go around there and you see her, and she's like in the middle of like looking through something, and she kind of walks up next to you, muttering to herself. Hands you a book. Eli, just hold that for a moment. And okay, so this one I need. What's the reference for it? You right here. And oh, Lamia, hello. Hold that for me a moment. I'm just trying to compare these symbols.
She does.
Is Sam here?
Hello.
Book stand, get over here.
Book Sam?
Book stand.
No.
Because I am being used as a book stand, so I'm also calling you a book stand.
As soon as you walk over, she hands you one. And okay, like hold them in alignment like this. There we go. Perfect.
Okay.
You see her eyes gleam.
I'm not the shortest, but I still hold it above my head so it's on a line.
Okay.
You are the shortest of us three.
I'm not the shortest person, but I am the shortest person.
Closes all the books and takes them from you. Good news. That was worthless. It's going well.
Great news. Anyways, have you heard anything about disappearances or attacks or anything weird happening like west of here recently? We heard some chitter chatter downstairs about it, and then we talked to what's his first name?
Door guy, House Motor.
Yeah, Lamal. There we
Lamal,
go.
Lamal.
Lamal about that apparently because there was some rumor that the competition might get cancelled, but as of right now, everything's good and on track.
Okay. Someone, whoever rolls it first, give me 1d20 plus. Oh my god, I have so much shit. Jesus Christ. There we go. This is gonna be her. Okay, 1d20 plus 6.
You're just a little faster than me there.
Yeah.
That's
Too bad, because you actually rolled better. That never happens.
If I'm rolling for other people sometimes.
Right? No. Okay, so that's a 19, which is still good. She's just... yeah, a couple of people from the kitchens were coming in here and asking if I wanted escorts because there was danger in the hills. I think they seem to have forgotten we're not in the hills, but that's about all I've heard, other than people disappearing, sort of like last year.
Right, so the same kind of thing happened last year. Was it around this time
I've heard.
specifically?
Yeah,
that's kind of what we heard.
I suppose it was the same season. So people have talked about it at the coin collar because of the Spirit's Path coming up. And someone in our troop was saying that apparently they thought it was going to happen last year and it didn't because some sort of, I don't know, something dangerous was found out there. But I'm not sure how much of that is theatrics and how much is fact. We were in the business of telling scary stories.
Right, I was about to say, exaggeration's par for the course when you're doing that, so...
Is it something I should be concerned about?
I just literally shrug. I'm like, I mean, they told us not to worry about it really, but that doesn't mean anything either. I feel like Lamal was both trying to downplay the seriousness and also get us to leave at the same time, which makes no sense. But I I think it's something we need to keep an eye on, and definitely an ear out for.
As you're all talking, you hear someone else come up from the other direction, kind of like leans around the bookshelf, and is like, does one of you work here? I was looking for books about the mines.
What language?
What mines?
What language? I don't think they're about language. No, the mines that Markham owns.
Oh, no, but I know
East
where I
side
can
of the...
fetch someone who works here for you real quick.
Oh shit, you don't? Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm doing a thing for... You don't know about the mines, though, right? You don't, know at all?
No.
Oh.
Don't know anything about those.
He's, looking at all of you. So it's, he's kind of staring at Rahala a little bit, and she's like, I know I'm holding a book, but I don't know everything. Ah, okay. Damn.
Wow.
Well, yeah, there's stuff going on, and, I was doing... Damn, okay. Yeah, I'll go find someone. Don't worry about it. Thanks.
Last I saw, there was someone downstairs who might be able to help.
Alright, cool. You hear him running off. There's some books still layered on a table.
That's a weird thing to own. Oh, mines. I was talking about those, clown guys. Don't talk.
No, not
What?
a mine. Definitely a mine for mining.
Okay.
Precious metals. Anyways, yeah, I didn't know.
Precious metals.
Mines. Yeah, precious metals. What else do you mine for?
Yeah.
Hate to break to you, that's still a precious metal.
Well, mineral.
I don't think so.
Mineral,
But
yes.
it's a metal on the table.
I never see a big hunk of
It's
salt and
made
go,
out of
I
metal.
want to fight that.
Granted, I don't know what the periodic table is in this game, but I'm just saying.
That is true. Let's not get into
I don't
that.
either, okay? Does that make you
No,
feel better?
yeah, let's not.
Well, I know a lot about the periodic table in real life. That's the problem.
Well,
Anyways.
yeah, but not fantasy periodic table.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we're gonna ignore that. Anyways, mines of some kind. I'm gonna look at Rahala and be like, "Did you hear about that at all?"
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, me either. Sounds like something completely omitted from everything. Although, we were in his trophy room and he's got super fancy writs of trade and stuff. So it wouldn't be surprising, I guess, if he owned mines as part of his trade.
I could look into it, though I'm sort of, elbow deep in this one.
Yeah, I'd prefer you to continue looking up what you are. I feel like that's a little bit more urgent. I can just go ask people about this.
It's true. But I can tell you what I found so far. And somebody rolled me 1d20 plus 9. Natural 1. Jack shit. No.
What does that mean? There we go.
I'm just gonna take the first one I get.
Did you say 1, 2, 3, not me?
Yeah. That is what I
okay.
said.
17.
A 20 is glaring at me.
Brum, brum, brum. Like that.
So,
or just regular glare?
She says, not a lot here on... Oh, fucking hell, she's at a library. I forgot a bonus.
That means I get to reroll!
Hey, it might be lower, alright? You chill out. So, she should get a +2 to this roll. So, plus
11.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah!
It were not lower. 22. So that means... So she says, I found a few things here that referenced some old nascents, and I was really hoping some of these symbols matched up and I could cross-reference, but they didn't, so I'm going to have to keep looking, but regardless, Luxifix is, thankfully, as far as anyone knows, dead. Which is good and bad news. The thing about what little I've found about sort of killing nascents is they were very powerful. They're called nascents for a reason. They were becoming deities. And Luxifix was strong enough to be able to grant powers to worshippers. nearly the same strength as what we would call a demigod today, or a godling. And the problem with killing something like that is they don't die the same sort of death a mortal does. With us, you stop our heart or our brain or both, and eventually the soul moves on from the body, and that's a dead person. You've removed them from the world, they re-enter the cycle, and they will be reincarnated eventually, as long as nothing terrible happens to them. With a nascent, however, they don't move the same on the physical or metaphysical plane. The souls carry more weight. They have a sort of pull about them, almost like a gravitational one. Things can become entrenched in their souls as they move across the cycle. They can gather even more power in the metaphysical realm outside of the material plane than they even had in it, depending on what sort of things that they come across. And that power can reach across realms. What I'm saying is, because Nuluxifix's soul was probably not destroyed, probably still circulating the cycle, a bit too strong, too heavy to simply be put into another mortal body, but too resilient to simply erode away or split into different pieces. It's gathering strength over time, and it's possible that power could still find a way here through things that represent them, such as statues.
The whole time I've been slow turning towards Lamia.
It's been a long time since the days of Nuluxifix, so it's reasonable to assume that if there is something that acted as a center of their power, that they could exercise some measure of influence over the world very close to that. It will only go so far. It's not like he's going to suddenly come back without significant help.
Do you know what kind of significant help?
Magic. Powerful magic, likely of the Conjuration School. But otherwise,
possibly similar to what one certain now completely forgotten Tertian was maybe attempting to do.
Possibly. And
do you think that ritual he was trying could have boosted the already existing power in that area, which could be negatively affecting? And I just turned to Lamia, you'll sleep?
Maybe. I could see that being the case. The things with this sort of deal is it... nascent magic transcends the... She pauses, there's like that realization of like, oh yeah, none of you have been through a traditional magical education. So she's mostly directing this at Eli because you did have a teacher. They transcend the normal 9 circles of spell that mortals can use. There are theoretical others, 10s, 11s, 12s, and the like. They would not be accessible by a person who's not either nascent or beyond. We would simply not be able to function as a conduit for that much power. Things like distance and things that we concern ourselves with wouldn't be of concern to a nascent. All they need is a connection. And you guys told her... Did you tell her specifically what happened? You did, right? I believe
pretty
so.
Sure when we
in that
left
conversation.
the place, we had told her all of the specifics, her and Hattie, all of the specifics of what happened down there once we had gotten them to touch the thing that fits in the bag, so they remembered what happened.
It's just Han you were secretive about because you don't know it as
yes.
well. But yeah. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
She says, his act of good faith is a connection. received something from this creature. He knows you now. Yes, that channel does run two ways, but one of you is mortal, the other is far beyond. I think more than likely, and this is more of the performer and storyteller and connoisseur, the fictitious and extravagant in me, speaking, likely this is not the end of what they're doing. You will be offered more, right? And likely in times when you are vulnerable or need assistance of some kind, maybe you're wounded very badly or your friends are in trouble, those offers, likely genuine, could help, but they give more access, more influence. Things come with this type of assistance. You aren't just healed, you were changed. Think of it like whatever wounds you had, it's not just your flesh that has refilled those gaps where it was missing. Part of that is the Luxifix as well. And the more you receive from them, the less Lamia you would be.
Yeah, Lamia actually leaves.
I was afraid of that. Well, listen, you two, the thing I was getting to, of course, there is some good news. He's not a deity. His reach is not, complete. He can't simply wrench control immediately. I think the key to fighting this off is not to give in to those temptations when they're offered, not to give in to his gifts. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
If she can do that, I'm really hoping I can find a way to sever that connection completely. It's just going to take time.
Okay, well, at least we've got a path to work from now, and that's somewhere that we didn't have before, so...
But I'll keep looking. But to be honest with you, I'm not really sure how much more I can find here that will help.
Right, well, we'll have to find another more complete, shall I say, library.
Yes. I will. This isn't the kind of knowledge you just find lying around. She just shakes her head. I was going to ask if there was a way to get back into that chamber, but I don't think. Other than becoming arrow-proof, I think that's probably foregone.
Yeah, I don't think the Storm Wardens are going to let us back in there by any stretch. They may not. We may be on chill terms with them, but they aren't going to let us in there. They didn't want us going in there in the first place, so.
If they don't remember Armory, I don't even know. I'm not sure what they would think of us right now.
That's also true. Think about that.
Regardless. I think that's all I can do today for this. Should I go talk to Lamia? Do you give her some space, maybe?
I think we maybe give her a bit of space and we'll chat about this in a bit. You want to see a cool map?
A cool what?
A map. Like a big map. I'm guessing
sure.
Clint Markham has filled out through his travels and stuff. Sam, you should come too. It's got things written in Dewey that I can't read.
So you guys head out. You're going to head to the map room.
Yeah, I'm going to just show him the map room. Why not?
Map
It's
room.
got cool stuff in it.
Well, Lamia, where do you go while they were finishing that conversation?
I go outside and I go find. Sorry, it's been a minute since I said my horse's name.
Chetla?
Chetla, yeah.
I remember the horses. I won't remember people, but I'll remember the horses' names.
So you can go easily find your horse there at the stables. A few stable hands around.
Yep. I'm basically just going to be muttering to Chetla, like soothing things and such like that. Something to make me feel good while also making another creature feel good.
Okay. So you're having a bonding moment with your horse.
Mm-hmm.
Hear a voice from the other side of the stables approaching. You talk to your animals too, huh?
Yeah, of
Seats
course.
Casimira. Huh. Oh, this one's yours.
Mm-hmm. Good old Chetla.
Chetla. It's a good name. Comes over and kind of rubs the horse face. Scratches the mane a little bit. Huh. Okay. You heard about the stuff happening in the hills, right?
Well, I've heard supposed disappearances, but there's also been like a conflict of maybe attacks.
Attacks. Well, I didn't hear about that, but definitely some people going missing and whatnot. So you guys gonna pull out too?
And that wasn't our intention.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
As far as we know, everything is going as... I mean, it's going to continue.
Well, yeah, I doubt the event gets canceled, but some of our teams have already decided that they don't want any part of it right now.
Oh, I guess that's fair. But
Probably just superstitious. But you're not? You're gonna actually stick around?
yeah, as far as I know, my boss hasn't
Yeah.
said anything different.
Oh, okay. If you want to.
You think
can
something's wrong?
sense some disappointment. I mean, yeah, probably, but whatever. I guess you guys are tough, so probably doesn't matter.
I'm gonna try a sense motive to see if I think she might be disappointed because, hey, maybe she doesn't want... I mean, she wants to be doing it, or if she doesn't want like her family involved with the event at all.
Okay. Roll me a sense motive.
All right. Let's see my terrible score. Nope.
Hard to read.
Yeah, that's fair.
You get lost in her blue eyes. I don't know.
No.
Uh,
She has a fiance.
Punk ass fiance.
I was gonna say the
Mrs.
ever
Steal Your
classic
Girl.
bacon line, and I have 2 goldfish. And then you go, what? And then I go, I'm sorry, I thought we were talking about shit that doesn't matter.
wow.
That's a classic bacon right there.
Oh my
Hey,
That
god.
kid had some lines.
But she's hard to read. You can, I guess you definitely get the, like, she's disappointed about something, but you don't get a hunch.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of just walks around behind you to the other side, looking at some of the other horses. So, what made you guys take this job anyway?
My boss wants exposure. You know, continuing the line of being able to help people find things or help them slay enemies that need to be slayed, or, you know, just the ability to have jobs.
Kind of leans against one of the stalls and is like, huh. So here, I'm gonna level with you, Lamia, because you seem like good people. I want to do this
All right.
contest.
Oh, did your dad not approve of trying out?
She shakes her head. No, this is supposed to be about giving other people opportunities, which I understand. I respect that. I don't know. He's got his own way about him, and he doesn't want us being the ones doing this. So I was really hoping other people would pull out, and then maybe he doesn't have to worry about having people, to sponsor and to give other opportunities. But here's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to tell you guys should just go back home and, let me, the rich kid, do all of the stuff that I was born into. It's just not fair. So, what if we talk to my dad about having you guys maybe investigate the disappearances? And for that instead. You get some exposure, like you said, and everyone's happy. I get my couple of friends, and we can go and win the Spirit's Path.
I mean, that's definitely an idea, but that's also not my decision.
Well, yeah, I'm saying, like, talk to him about it.
Oh, earnestly, that would be something better for you to talk to my boss about.
But you know him, right?
I know him, but I don't know him.
Well, I definitely don't know him.
Prohibited exposure is fuckery. Thank you, Ellie.
I'll go ask him, I guess.
I genuinely, I don't think it's a bad idea for us to do that. It's just, I don't know if he would prefer doing that over the contest.
Okay. Well, I can't force you, but I'll go ask him. And she spins around as she's like,
he
you
was
be
in
okay with that?
Of not doing the contest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was here for the job. And if the job changes to help search for people, that's not a bad thing.
Huh. Okay. Wonders on. We'll leave you to your quiet time. So you guys go to the map room?
You'll tell me if I start turning into an Alexa fix, right? Of course you will.
Shetler remains a horse.
Anyways, yeah, that's all you get is the
right.
I don't know what that means. Speak sense, woman.
Or Sam when you want to talk to animals.
Sorry, yeah. That's true.
Jesus.
Where's Sam when you need him? In a map room with me, where I need him.
So you get to the map room. You and Rahala and Sam. Let's see. She has Arcana, History, Nature. Trained in that. Cool. So Sam, which you'll immediately notice. Let's go back to the map real quick, and I can add to what's there. I'm on. There it goes. Okay. So, when you look at this circle thing here.
Circle thing.
It's pretty hard to make out. To actually figure out exactly what it is. But as you're kind of squinting at it, it appears to be, at least to you, a symbol that on Delanchan maps denotes a place where a starfall event was happened, and they were able to recover materials.
I'll state that up like, what? Well, that is where Starfall happened. So, if he found that, that might mean why he has so much fun. Part of the reason, at least. If he obtained that.
But it's very specifically, it also means that materials were recovered.
Yeah.
So they're actually able to get out there and get stuff. This one, I made a mistake. This one here is a symbol that our Starfall event happened and materials were unable to be recovered.
Yeah.
The other one mixed up. The other one is the one they recovered. But the specifics here being it's not just a thing that says, oh, a Starfall event happened and we just didn't go out there, right? It means they went out there, they went to the site and couldn't find anything.
Interesting.
This one out here means that they recovered it. I'm actually going to change this to, or I'll change this one out here to a blue one.
My profile picture was actually over that, so I didn't see that dot.
Oh yeah, if you switch that to names only, it'll get rid of those.
Oh.
In like settings under.
Well, then I won't have funny things where the gnome face overlays somebody's actual face.
True, you won't. The blue one, recovered materials. Red one, did not recover materials.
Cool. What about the one on the E? Does he recognize that? Yeah.
So for
Yeah,
that,
the squiggly line with the S's.
Sam, I'm going to need a perception check.
Oh boy. Perception. Listen here, you little piece of shit dice. You're gonna roll good. You're gonna roll good. Fucking piece of shit dice. You're gonna roll. Dice, yeah. You're.
It had the opposite on that one. Look,
I
you went a
knew
little-
that
you went
was
a
going to
little
happen.
Too hard in the paint
Yeah,
on the dice.
too
top,
much.
man.
Too
You went
much.
A little too hard.
I'm still
You're
happy.
sensitive.
So it looks like at some point somebody was drawing snails in this spot, and then like they shaded over it.
Oh my god.
We're pretty sure it's just somebody was drawing snails on this map at some point.
Oh,
Well,
that's
looks like I found snails here at some point.
That's so good.
Oh, it looks an awful lot like that one black shell but white skin that I found. Is that skin?
Eli, you
I
still
mean,
think it'd
search
be
me,
easier
I
to see
don't
if you
know
had a
anything
magnifying
about-
glass?
Snails. Anyways, what?
You still think it'd just be easier to see if you had a magnifying
Oh,
glass?
yeah, totally.
There's probably one in
Have
here
fun about
somewhere, but it obviously doesn't belong to you. But or you might go buy. You might be able to go buy one, or you could ask somebody what that is. But it's up to you.
Oh, well, Rahala came in here, right? Does she know?
Paula did come in here. She. Oh, let's roll a perception check for her. Somebody roll me 1d20 plus 5.
Sorry, I saw that the snail repository that updated.
Ah, mine was first this time.
Oh, it was an 18.
And it was also better. So good. So maybe the trick is you have to
We just
be-
both got to roll at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Right? She's like, Sam, I don't think these are snails at all. That's.
No, that's definitely a little spiral.
Well, yeah, it's a spiral, but it's the same as the character for C.
Like, I'm sorry, C or like C?
C or C? I'm sorry, you said them the same. That's why it was funny.
C is in chocolate or chase or
Ah.
carrot.
Corn.
Anyway, so
Ah,
she's
Well,
taking a
I
look
don't
at
know what that is.
it. Let's
We don't have that
Got
here.
the juice.
I now need a linguistics check, which for her is 1d20 plus 7.
Gotta stop slumping in my chair.
That's bad for your back. I'm sorry I didn't roll at the same
I
time.
know. That was the
I
problem.
was getting to it. I only have one screen.
Messed it up. No, okay,
Uh.
12. She's like, so yeah, this is definitely Thule. It's like the cursive of Thule. I can't read it. There's a few that I recognize. There's a lot here actually. Just sort of looking at it, just oh my god, it's shorthand. Of course it is. I don't know. I can't figure that one out. You'll have to figure out who wrote it.
I don't know.
But it's a message, of course, for sure. Look, someone took a note of some kind here for this region.
Alright. I wonder if it's related to these disappearances because they seem to be happening around that same area.
Or something. But, I mean, I suppose it's pretty likely that Clint made this mark, or at least he knows who did.
Well, certainly something. Well, I guess we could ask him about it. I was going to see about chatting with him about these disappearances anyways, but who knows. Other than that, anything in here that like piques your interest? I kind of like took a cast about and didn't really find anything extraordinary. I mean, everything in here is interesting, but it's all kind of
when you turn to look back at her, and you're like, everything in here, you can see she's just pointing at the little like bird made of iron bands. Like that, I like that.
I like that too. You know, I saw that also. It's very I don't know how. Like, I'm not a craftsman by any means, but I have no idea how they made that.
I don't either, but I want to start like messing with like the size of the bands and such, and see if you can get different tunes out of it. And like, if you use different crystal with different shapes, or like feel the liquid differently, and how it works. Or if you can use certain types of neutral oils and things, if that would also change the tone. And if you get a bunch of them, if you could just sort of have like a song playing on its own.
Ooh, that I like that. Just having like set up like instrument, almost like a play yourself instrument. That
right, I think that would be really cool. It would be more like a choir or something, just giving that sort of a specific tone. And then the door opens, and you see Casimira which you don't recognize. So you see a athletically built, very blue-eyed woman with like kind of dark brown hair. She's kind of rocking the like Android 18 hairstyle.
nice.
Just sort of like,
shoot, you should have said that. It doesn't matter if she has a fiance now. I'm joking.
wow.
Yeah.
Just off the hairstyle, Jesus. So she she opens the door and it's like, oh yeah, there you are. You're the boss, right? She's pointing to you, Eli.
I don't like being called that, but of
Yeah, don't
what?
call him boss.
Sorry.
First, I should say, how you going, miss? Like,
How dare
I
you
don't
call him boss?
think I've met you, so I'm
I've
gonna
never seen this in my
assume.
life.
I'm gonna assume you meant the person who owns Alden Retrieval and Logistics. That's the only thing I would be
That's
possibly considered the boss of.
as she's talking. You see Clint kind of appear behind her in the doorway, and he's just like, "What do you mean you ain't met you before? Get out of the door, Casimir. We gotta talk for a second." I just had some questions, and he's like, "Yeah, I know. You'll get to them, but listen, I'm sorry to interrupt your perusing. This is one of my favorite rooms, but there's been some unfolding events. You've probably heard them through the grapevine by now. Oh, hell, the damn grapevine is in the middle of the living room, getting turned into wine. These disappearances got a bunch of people's feathers all ruffled, and some of them are jumping ship. So, right now, everybody participating is quite close by, so I figured maybe we'd go ahead and move up those trials and get that out of the way early for y'all."
I mean, sounds like a plan to me.
All right.
Yeah, was
We'll
not
get
expecting
that
this.
Everyone still present is planning to participate in the spear contest, so that's one of the tests we're going to run first. And I'll have somebody come on through here. Actually, I'll have them come by your rooms if you want to go, and if you got to get changed or anything, I'll have somebody lead you to the grounds we're going to use. All right?
When he says you gotta get changed, I kind of have that like quizzical look of like, because this is the clothes I wear for everything.
Leather's not heavy.
And this is it. They'll be by to grab you here pretty shortly, so try not to go anywhere.
Right.
Now, daughter, walk with me. I got some questions for you too. She just walks by. She's like, you have the worst timing, or the best. As they're walking by.
Oh man.
But as you guys prepare for your first exhibition test, we'll have to end our session as it is midnight.
Yep. Thanks everybody.
Woohoo!
Damn.
Obligatory plug. You should check out the previous plays of this on YouTube. We post them there, and then also once every month we do Making a TTRPG. Oh, and we have a Discord that I will again drop a link for. You should join if you haven't already, and you should drop suggestions for the name of Sam's bird so that he'll pick one already. And then also, let us know what kind of stuff you want to see for our additional streams that we're going to run coming soon.
Because we are getting closer to that 50 mark.
Also, tell your people to follow us.
No.
Doesn't matter if they like us.
Also, do you have friends? Then tell them to follow the Unnatural Ones.
There you go.
Twitch.tv/unnatural_1s.
You heard it here first.
If you have friends.
Or people you met on the street, just stop randos and be like, hey.
And if you don't have friends,
Sir or madam.
No.
Panda, you're gonna get gut shots.
Make a Twitch account for your dog. Have your dog follow us.
They'll get more followers than we do.
I mean, that is not even wrong. The one video
just
I've
make
made
a
of
Harley
on my
Plays
account
Twitch
has
account. Yeah,
so many
have a Harley
stupid
Plays
views.
Twitch account where we just make a camera of Harley and we I don't know.
Hello,
Play a
I
game
am
and act
Harley,
like Harley
and this is
the one.
Dark Souls.
Yeah, we do the Harley voice. Yeah, there you go.
This is Dark Souls, is that what you said?
Yep. I've died. Fuck. Oh no, I cursed. Fuck.
Oh no, I did it again.
People can donate to give Harley treats. It's fine.
Man,
I would like that's
a
idea for a one shot is Bark Souls, where we play,
Oh my god.
where we all play as dogs in a Dark Soul-esque realm. But
Okay, well, get
the
ready
enemies
for
are like
me
cats.
to basically make a bandit from Bluey. Let's go. Anyways.
Oh, that's right, Ellie. You missed the dog tax, which means you should watch the YouTube video.
Now Ellie has to watch the YouTube video.
Yeah,
for
to
dog
see Harley be adorable.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
his little
He's got
anime
battle scars.
shonen protagonist, face. Oh gosh.
Blue's not on. That's surprising.
I'm
I'm trying to figure out who
I
to
don't-
raid.
Yeah, I don't have anybody.
Everybody I follow has either got off or
About this
was
time,
doing
the Roxy Gun project is on, but they usually stop about 12 as well, so they should be finishing anytime soon.
Yeah, they're on, but yeah, if they're probably about to finish, then
They're usually done about midnight as well. So.
yeah, we'll throw a raid at them right now.
Ollie Antrazi has 631 people. There we go. That's somebody I actually follow.
Jesus.
I have a ton of recommended VTubers now because I've followed 2 VTubers.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Anyways, if you want to go to Ollie, it's Ollie Eldrazi. Streams magic.
I typed Ollie or Ali, and he came up immediately.
Yeah,
Probably because
Ollie
he has the
Eldrazi.
most views right now.
Yeah. Ollie's cool.
Yeah, we'll
he
do
did
that.
he did a podcast with Frank Lepore for a long time. I don't know if they still do it because I haven't listened to it in a long time.
Dot raid.
Great.
Have a good night, guys. Thank you
Good night,
again.
everybody. We will
Yes.
see you next week.